Oh, hello. Hello there. I started at exactly 9 o'clock, and that's exactly the time I said I was going to start. When's that ever happened? In this universe. Or I've got my clocks wrong. One of those two. I was testing out the sound. Still works. And this is not the Amiga 600 yet, but we are going to bust the Amiga 600 out. I'm not lying in the title for anyone watching from the start. Is anyone there? Hello, Earth to YouTube. There are people. Are the people? That's what I want to know. Are the people? It's a simple question. I've got a brand new nautical shirt on today. With a very busy pattern on, but I like the busy patterns. Busy, busy. Oh, there are people here. There are people. Sorry, I keep adjusting my microphone. Is that really annoying? It's, well, Sherlock's here. He's already said hello ages ago. Hello, Sherlock. Hello, Lockmarn Goat. Lockmarny? I can't remember now. It's Lockmarn, isn't it? The Goga says hello there. Coolvin says hey poo. The people. This is the people. This is what we do it for. I mean, if I'm live streaming and there's no people, am I really actually live streaming? Lazater's here. Good evening. Bam. He says hi. And oh, he's clinking some beers together as well. That's nice. I'm drinking water at the moment though. It's not beer. Coolvin says Kickstart Amiga event in Ottershaw tomorrow. Oh yeah, I was listening to the retro. What's it called? The retro podcast thing that RMC does. Is it just called the retro? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I listened to it, but I don't know what it's called. They mentioned Kickstart Amiga event, and I'd never even heard of it. Ollie says hello, thumbs up, floppy disk joystick. And Bones and Runcorn says evening all. And is that a picture of a police officer? Is that the police? What is that? What's that a picture of? It says... I've rolled over it. It doesn't tell me what it is. Not Rover's event. This is Chris Green's event in Surrey. I don't know anything about that. Don't know anything about it. It's a policeman. Oh, I see. Evening all. Yes, of course. Evening all. I get it now. It's just because it's like an American police. It's like a policeman or policewoman. Yep. It's the Amiga police are here. Evening all. What we got going on here then? That's how you do it. Do policemen even say that? That's just nonsense, isn't it? Bet no policeman in the universe ever said that unless it was on camera. Evening all. But yeah, here we are. I'm going to start a new game. I'm going to start Champions of Krynn on stream. Is that crazy? Policewoman or spy? Doesn't matter. Could be a spy policewoman. We don't know. Yeah, Champions of Krynn. Are we all up for that or what? I mean, I want to play it. After the disappointing end to Eye the Beholder. Kickstart Amiga Group. So that's the event that's going on. I think RMC said he was going to be there, actually. That's all I know about it. Let me see if I can find the link for it. Hello, hello, hello. What have we done? That's more like it. I would have got it if you'd have said that first time. Kickstart Amiga Group. Here we go. Kickstart Amiga Group. The home of the Kickstart Amiga Group. I don't know if I should put the link to it. It's kickstartamigagroup.org.uk. It says Sunday, February 18th, 2024, and there's a picture of a house. What to bring? Your Amiga, a monitor. All tables are gone. Tickets are sold out. So if it's the one that it says here, it's kickstartamigagroup.org.uk. Kickstart 2 is this Sunday. There you go. It's a thing that I didn't know about. Is that better? It is Bones in Runcorn. It's better. Better. What have we done? Well, we've got an Amiga 1200, and the stream says it's going to be a 600, but it's a 1200. What's happening? Did I lie? Or is the Amiga 600 just over there? Over there. It's over there. It totally is. But we listen to some. I think all the Hippo tunes, the mods are all on here. I call them Hippo tunes, but they're not Hippo tunes. All the Hippo tunes are on here. I picked all those tunes that we picked at the end of the stream last time because they were all so good. Bam says, hello, today I found out there is a sequel to Another World game for Amiga. Is it called Another World? There you go, what do you think of that? Check out the Imp box. What? Is this on the Amiga Kickstart Amiga group? What's an imp box? Is it an inbox or an imp? Is it a box with imps in? Imp box. I'm going to search for it. Don't know what you're talking about. Trolling me. I've been trolled and it's worked. The trolling has worked on me. Hang on, let me put some. There we go. Now you can really see what's happening on that little screen. It's called Heart of the Alien, and it looks great. Is it a recent sequel, or did it come out just after Another World? Oh, Eric. Eric says Heart of the Alien, the sequel to Another World. I thought it was a Sega CD exclusive. It's on the Amiga 2. Oh, it's on the Amiga 2? Bones says I picked up CSI Hard Evidence for a quid this week for Xbox 360. That's as far as my gaming's gone this week. That's a quid. That could be well spent, but I don't know if CSI Hard Evidence is any good. I imagine a lot of 360 games are very cheap now, aren't they? But a lot of them still work in the Xbox One. I know a lot of the discs you can just shove them in, and you can actually downloads the game because it downloads the patched version. But yeah, you can do that. Yes, there is even an AGA version. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Heart of the Alien. Heart of the Alien. Heart of the Alien. Delphine Software, 1994. Well, what do you know? Oh, it's got a picture of Sega CD on the Wikipedia page. It says platform. Oh no, genres platform. What's the platform? It just says platform Sega CD. And you're telling me this is out on the Amiga? An Amiga version has since been released that uses the assets of the Sega CD original. That's what the Wikipedia page says. Well, who knew? Who knew? Me and the missus play them. Nice. AGA is called Heart of the Alien Redux Amiga version 1. Sent you a link to Impbox on Discord. I don't know what Impbox is though, so what is Impbox? That's the bit. You can send me links, but I don't know what that means. Perhaps you should explain. Is it a box of imps? Perhaps it's a box of imps. Like a box of imps from Doom. I can almost hear them now. Well, there you go. Delphine Software. I watched the thing recently, and they did. It was about some terrible puzzles in adventure games, and they were mentioned because they did one of the worst puzzles in any game. I can't remember which puzzle it was though. Where's the Another World page? Delphine Software. What was the game that they'd done? It might have been Operation Stealth. Yeah, I think it was one of the puzzles. They were talking about one of the puzzles in Operation Stealth, which is probably one of the worst puzzles ever in any game. And Delphine Software were responsible for that. Thanks for nothing, guys. Thanks for the memories. Colvin says, this device provides wireless connectivity to your Amiga. The primary purpose is for use with IMP, but proper firmware it can act with general purpose network interface. So what's IMP then? So it's a box that allows you to interface with IMP. But what's IMP? This is something I don't know anything about this. Does that stand for something? General purpose network interface. Is IMP a network protocol or something? Or is it a server or something? Wikipedia confirms that Sega CD exclusive. Maybe it's a recent fan port, Dave. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. Oh, Infinity Music Player. I've never heard of that. Infinity Music Player. Oh, so is it like some kind of like media server they're trying to make? Infinity, yeah. Infinity Music Discord bot. What? I don't know anything about this. Well, it's a thing. Infinity Music Player, apparently. Oh, is Infinity Music Player a device? Is it a box? I don't know. Types Infinity Music Player in, there's loads of boxes, like little PCs coming up. It's all new to me. I don't know anything about it. Does anybody else know anything about imps apart from ones and Doom? That's all I was thinking of. Delphine Software, they do flashback. Oh, am I thinking of the wrong thing then? Was it them who did Another World, or I don't know. Maybe I'm getting the wrong people. Delphine Software they didn't do Another World. Oh yeah, they did Another World and I don't know, other games. Yeah, Flashback and Another World. And Shaq Fu. Yeah, it was mentioned in the thing as well. Yeah, Shaq Fu was mentioned. God, they did some weird stuff. Yeah, they went onto PlayStation and Windows after Another World. They kept going. I think the guy said they'd never forgiven them. They did Shaq Fu and no one ever forgave them. Which apparently came out on the Amiga. Shaq Fu. God knows what's going on there. The AJ version is a remastered Sega CD game. Mark Summers says, I mentioned MP3 a few streams ago, but I think you thought I was talking about... Oh, IMP3. Yeah, I'm already reading it wrong. I think you thought I was talking about MP3. It works on any Amiga with an internet connection. You don't have to use the IMP hardware. That's crazy. Yeah, I suppose that is a bit confusing. It's IMP3, but it's not MP3. Oh my word. Well, I take it an Amiga isn't powerful enough to actually play an MP3 then. That's why it's not MP3. I think the Amiga definitely isn't powerful enough to play an MP3. I don't think the 486 could even do it properly, could it? And now it's just like, all in a day's work. All in a day's work now. Credible. The Great Hadouken says Credible. It's Champions of Krynge. Don't know what's going to happen in Champions of Krynge because I can't remember anything about the game. We're probably going to end up spending about an hour setting up a party because you've got to make 6 people for this game, not 3. Got to make 6, not 3. Tell you what, let's give you the big chat. I've got the big chat ready. Boom, there's the big chat. Boom, I'm going to use the big chat more, I like it. Another World was good. Yeah, I had a little go of it on the Amiga Mini, didn't I? But I've not really had too much of a go on that one. IMP3 lets you download mods and demos. I think 68060 Amigas. Oh, 68060 can play an actual MP3, can it? I didn't know that. Well, there you go. Bone says, what's the shirt today? It looks like clocks and octopuses. I think it's like nautical stuff. It's nautical things. I think it's actually a compass, not a clock. There's an octopus, a pirate, and there's a fish. It's just lots of it's a nautical theme. I quite like it. What else have we got? Oh, it is a clock actually, yeah. I thought it was a compass. No, it's a clock. You are right. I suppose you need a clock to sail, otherwise you don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's just all nautical things. What else have we got on it? Some fishing line, I think. It's all like kind of like nautical stuff, and then there's like a skull and crossbones for like piracy, I think. Bit of the old piracy. It's a clock to pie, you're right. Almost a Freudian slip. The game is on Aminet. It's called Heart of the Alien Redux. Starlight Shay. It's not 100% original, eh? Well, there we go. We'll check out the fan port. So it is a fan port. We're saying it's a fan port. Is FLAC format the way to go now instead of MP3? I don't know. Didn't MP3 cap out at a certain bitrate? But even then, once the bitrate gets higher, you're kind of defeating the point of MP3 anyway. Because if it gets higher, you might as well just store the whole WAV. The game looks like a movie for a while. That was the dream back in the day, wasn't it? Make it look like a movie. This is called Amiga Machines. Since disk space doesn't matter anymore, it matters a bit, but I think the whole point of the lossy compression is to shrink it down. And I think if you shrank it down, if you made the lossy so little loss, it's not any really much point anymore, is there? Play a game. I'm going to play a game. But not yet. Chilling out first. If that's what you're asking. If you're asking me. Play a game. Play a game. Do you want to play a game? I might skip this song though. It's a little bit ravey. It's a little bit ravey. Only Amiga makes it possible. 320 kilobits MP3 are pretty much as good as FLAC, but for archiving, FLAC is the best because you don't lose anything from CD, but you can hear what MP3 loses. Is FLAC non-lossy? I didn't know that. I mean, nowadays with all this streaming stuff, I don't really know what anyone stores anything anymore because I don't store anything as anything. I don't store anything. I think that's the whole problem. This is the way it has been done for thousands of years. What music player am I using? This is Hippo Player. It's Hippo Player, and that's on Aminet as well. So the original, you have to get the original Hippo Player from like, well, it says it at the top there actually. Yeah, it's like the original Hippo Player that stopped updating in 2000, and then in 2021 it started updating it again. So it's been getting more updates. But yeah, it just plays mods and quite a few other formats actually. It plays SID tunes and stuff like that. It's the only one I've ever used actually on the Amiga, so there's probably others that you can use. Before playing a game on Amiga, we always have to listen to some great mods. You're right. You are right. We don't have to. We want to. FLAC is lossless. There you go. I learned something today. I did not know that. FLAC is lossless. There you go. So that's probably why there's no point using MP3 anymore, because if you want to make the quality higher on MP3, you might as well use that. You might as well use FLAC. FLAC is a free lossless audio codec. There you go. What kind of compression does it get on a typical song? It can be reduced between 50 and 70% of its original size. Decompresses into an identical copy of the original. There you go. FLAC. Yeah, so I can't see why you'd go higher than 320 kilobits per second. You'd probably want to go with that. To be honest, MP3 does ruin the sound of some songs. It makes like if you get cymbals and stuff, the high frequency stuff, it just like loses it. Audiophiles will always go with FLAC, I reckon, but can anyone tell the difference on a decent set of speakers? It depends on the song. A lot of the time you can't tell, but sometimes you get songs that certain parts of it just go a bit wrong. But most of the time MP3's, you know, alright. Most of the time it's fine. Amiga does make it possible, it does. But just not only the Amiga, like other things can also make it possible. Every Amiga comes with its own hippo that is a trained DJ. That's true. The thing did start off with Dungeons and Hippos, but it changed to 1 week 2 X-rays, because I've had 2 X-rays in 1 week. I have been irradiated twice. I meant that you can't hear what MP3 loses. You can't. Yeah, sometimes you can. Most of the time you can't. 320 is usually pretty good, but sometimes you can still hear it. You can hear it in the cymbals going in the background, but most of the other stuff sounds alright. But like I said, it's better than a kick in the face, let's put it that way. If MP3 harms my 80s trumpets, I won't be happy. It probably does, because they're quite high frequency. It doesn't like high frequency stuff, I think. Well, obviously, higher frequency stuff, if you think about it, because it's higher frequency, has more information in it. So, that's going to be harder to encode for a lossy format, isn't it? But that's only the same as like you've got the same problem with lowering the sample rate as well, haven't you? You've removed some of the data. You've removed a bit. I mean, because the Amiga's like 8-bit sound really as well, so that's removing the accuracy, and that can sound bad too. FLAC supports much higher sample rates, not bit rate, than MP3. I suppose if it's lossy, it doesn't really matter, yeah. I mean, I can't tell the difference between when you go from, if you try listening to, higher than 44 kilohertz, I really can't tell much difference, to be honest. Like if you go to a 96 kilohertz thing, or you try like 24-bit sound and stuff like that, I can't really tell the difference. But an MP3, a lot of the time, I can hear something funny's happened to it. But sometimes, well, most of the time when you're listening, you can't tell. Wasn't a problem on the Amiga though anyway, because it all had just 8-bit PCM audio, which was all either good or not. On lower you can tell when you listen. Oh yeah, if you listen to 96 kilobits per second MP3, you can really tell then. But you can still tell on the high or low loss rate one versions. It still colours the sound a little bit. Not enough to ruin a lot of things, but it depends on the song. What type of bitrate do you get from these streaming music sites? Yeah, that's a good point. You can look on do Stats for Nerds on YouTube now. Do Stats for Nerds on this stream and see what it's turning it into. And then you'll know what they're doing on here. Tells you what the audio's been converted to. This song has been switching from minor to major. Sneaky. It's not that sneaky, is it? He just changed one note. That's all he did. Back to minor now. Sample rate becomes more of an issue for DSP effects because certain algorithms can introduce aliasing in the audible frequency range. A lot of plugins use internal oversampling to avoid this. Well, in fact, you get aliasing not just on algorithms. You just get aliasing on digital stuff, don't you? That's why the Amiga had the low pass filter. That's to stop the aliasing. That's the whole point of the low pass filter. But everyone turns it off because it just sounds worse. So they accept the aliasing instead of the low pass. Yeah, that was the Amiga's fix for the aliasing problem. And kind of, you read the manual, it all kind of like the developer's manual, basically just says, oh yes, and you're going to get aliasing on all the samples, and that's why we've got the low pass filter, just to fix that. You turn the low pass filter on and everything sounds rubbish. Hippo Player is a great player. Well, it works. It works. I love some of the audiophiles like Darko who can paint a picture of sound using words. Yeah. I am not an audiophile. I mean, I appreciate audio of good quality, but I wouldn't say I'm an audiophile. I know lots of people like go around and spend like thousands of dollars on cables and things like that, but they're absolute idiots. Because it really doesn't make any difference. After a certain point, it doesn't make any difference. Because someone was talking about like these people who pay like thousands of pounds for a speaker cable. And it's crazy because if you think about it, if you wanted the speaker cable to be like perfect, what you'd want is the least amount of resistance in there. And if you did that, what you should do is go out and just buy an electrical cable and just wire it in with that. So literally just go out and buy the highest gauge electrical cable. Boom, you're done. That's your best speaker cable. But it's total overkill and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference anyway. But some people do that. They probably wire up their speakers with, you know, housing electrical cable. Overall, CD format from 1982, still 16-bit 44 kilohertz is perfectly good. But there's people that just need 24-bit 96 kilohertz sound and things. Yeah, I've listened to 24-bit 96 kilohertz sound and I can't tell the difference. I really can't. But 44 kilohertz, it wasn't picked arbitrarily. The 16-bit thing has been picked because it's just like, that's got quite a lot of accuracy in it, like 16,000 whatever levels of accuracy or whatever. And 44 kilohertz is picked because it's you need at least 2 samples to get like you need double the sample rate, don't you, to get a certain frequency. So at 44 you'll be able to sample a 22 kilohertz sound and it's still being tagged, but with only one sample at high and low. But of course the human hearing range could be up to 22,000, but that would only be for little kids. Most of the stuff you listen to is nowhere near the 22,000 range. So it's not been picked arbitrarily, has it? So there you go. Yeah, what did I... Oh yeah, I said 16,000 for 16-bit. 65,536 values, isn't it? So you've got 65,536 levels of accuracy for that sample. So that's much better. That is much better than 8-bit samples like an Amiga, because they've only got 256 levels of accuracy. So you can hear going from 8-bit to 16-bit, but going from 16-bit, going from 65,000 levels of accuracy to 24 million, you can't really tell the difference, because 65,000 is quite a lot. And maybe a little bit higher than 44 kilohertz could be good for certain things if you're listening to some very high frequency stuff, but most of the time I really can't tell. I find it mental how vinyl has taken off again. Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it? But again, vinyl is just colouring the sound, really. That's all it is. So it's taken off because, I don't know, there is some attraction to it. One of the attractions is vinyl is big, so you can get a big picture of the thing you listen to, like on the front cover. That's interesting. And it does colour the sound because it's basically got distortion on it. So it definitely doesn't sound better, but if you think about it, you could probably make a perfect vinyl emulator that could emulate the sound of vinyl. Because even the stereo's wrong. I didn't even realise this. I watched that Is it the technology connections guy? He's got a video about vinyl, and I never even thought about it. But vinyl started off as mono, and then when they had to convert to stereo, they didn't want to put two styluses on because that would mean that mono records wouldn't play on the stereo players. So they did stereo with a single like needle on the stylus, and it's done by rotating the stylus, and it's done as like a difference pair. So the left and right channel are stored as differences of each other, and what that actually means is stereo on vinyl is not the same as the stereo that would have been recorded to the original track. It's wrong, basically. So if you're listening to vinyl, the sound you've got was not the sound they intended for the people who recorded it, unless they recorded it maybe in mono. So yeah, that's why CD, even cassette, would have been better from that point of view, because they've got two true stereo channels on cassette. But vinyl didn't have that. It had a difference pair, so it could be stored with one. It could be read with one stylus that could also read a mono vinyl as well. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy bonkers. So vinyl is just colouring the sound, it's distorting it. But some people like the sound of that. I mean, it didn't sound really bad. You know, there's worse things you could listen to. But it certainly wasn't better than cassette. I don't think so anyway. And it wasn't better than CD, definitely. It might have been slightly better than MP3, because MP3 actually coloured the sound more than vinyl did. But MP3 had its own advantages, that you didn't have a giant plastic thing, and it didn't get dust on it, and it didn't jump. It didn't get scratched. So it's all trade-offs really, isn't it? But I certainly preferred cassette. Even when vinyl's out, I thought cassette was better. At least good cassette was better. I've got a mate who wired a socket in his house to a separate consumer unit for his hi-fi. I just don't think I can tell the difference to that extent. No, you can't, because that's ridiculous. Because like, what's he trying to filter out, like transients from the mains? Well, you could just put. I mean, a lot of stuff has stuff to stop transients getting back onto the mains anyway, because they're not good. So he could just put a filter in between his hi-fi and the other thing he was worried about it, but you probably wouldn't tell the difference anyway. I don't think you could tell the difference. But that's wrong. Wrong. But I bet he thought it made a difference. Did he even measure the transients on the mains to see what was there? Probably not. I think it's because some people like to listen to music sometimes as a ritual. Listening to a full album non-stop, the vinyl experience helps a lot with this. It's not about sound quality. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you put on the thing, because it was such an effort. You don't actually want to change it. That's the same with the Amiga, with the floppy disk and stuff. It's like you've gone through all this effort, you've booted the game up. Are you really going to shut it down now and just switch to a different one and dead quick? Maybe not. But that's what people are doing now with WHD load. Just like, I bet they're just going through playing 10 seconds of every game. I get it. I get it, Eric. Music and listening is like art or poetry. We all perceive it completely differently. Yeah. There is also the placebo effect, though, about the sound quality. We've got such good sound quality. That's the problem, is that, you know, getting more sound quality is hard because it's already so good. And most people listen to stuff on the phones now anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference. People are now authoring their tunes to be listened to on phones and on, you know, earpods. They're not like mixing theirs to be listened to on, you know, top of the range hi-fis, because there are no top of the range hi-fis. Well, there might be somewhere, but no one's using them. Let's face it. Face facts, no one's using them. Not 24/7. I think why it took off is about whole experience, less about sound. At least for me, I like vinyl because of the process of buying a record, spinning a vinyl player, dusting off a record, the whole thing. Yeah, it's true. But if you thought you were buying it because it sounded better, that would be wrong. But I think I agree with all those things, yeah. But you're not buying it and listening to it because it sounds better. It sounds different. That's what it sounds. And it's certainly not easier. But it's definitely a ritual, isn't it? It's a you know, it's a special occasion. It's like me with the floppy disk with the Amiga. Like I said, it's like I find it fascinating that you have to push this thing in the side. Like, I used to do it back in the day, but it's weird now. I think it's weird. But like floppy disk, using floppy disk is like you wanting to use vinyl. It's the same thing. We don't use it because it's better. We use it because we want to use it. Floppy disk is definitely not better than other formats. I think that people are just bored of streaming apps. And also when you buy vinyl, you need to commit to that record. Yep. And you can kind of display it like on your mantle, not on your mantelpiece, but you know, on a bookcase or something. If it's a nice record, or it's got a good cover. It goes even further. If you have the vinyl record, when you listen to it, it's time consuming just to start listening. You are invited to be there until at least one side ends. Yep. Amiga Forever. Did it say that again? I missed it. We digress. We do digress. Playing digital files, especially today, you may be tempted to change focus on the first 30 seconds of the first music. Yep. It's impossible to stop Beyond Music Day, one of the best songs ever composed. Well, it's finished now. See, we're listening to these. Although I could skip them. It's a tactile thing, yep. But I just hope people aren't saying, I listen to vinyl because it sounds so much better. It's like, it just doesn't. It sounds different. And it's the same you get with people who like certain amplifiers and certain things like that. They're just listening to the distortion. That's what they're listening to. Like, vinyl is distorting the sound. So that's the problem. Not the problem, but it didn't distort it badly. It distorted it, and then I found out later on, not only was it distorted, the actual recording was different to the actual original stereo recording. So it was different to begin with, and then it was distorted afterwards. It's finished, but I love listening with you now. Yep. Well, we listened to the whole thing. It's a bit like vinyl. Someone should make like an app, like a music player that does that, where you put the tune on, you just have to listen to the whole tune. Before you can stop it. Like, you're putting this on, you better listen to it. Or you could skip it and it gives you like credits for like skipping. It's like, so like you get like 10 credits a week and you can do 10 skips a week, and after that you can't skip anymore. So if you're going to skip it, you need to really know that you want to skip it. There you go, that's my idea for an app. Vinyl really struggles with bass. If you feed stereo sub bass into a cutting lathe, it really doesn't appreciate it. It doesn't destroy the lathe. The needle can jump out of the groove on playback. Well, there you go. Yeah, and some people I think say it sounds bassier, but I don't think it does it? Could you load a game for the C64 from vinyl? Yeah. I think so. I think you could. It's just got sound on it, so I think you could do it. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see why you can't. Unless the vinyl itself can't represent that because it's a mechanical storage medium, isn't it? So unless the mechanical part can't actually do it, maybe the needle would just leap off the record because of the data. But in theory, yes. But maybe practically no, I don't know. There was an EP on vinyl that had a Spectrum game on the B-side. Plastic Ray Gun. Oh, there you go. Oh, if the Spectrum can do it, then the T64 can do it. The same for me is, for example, with cassettes now, because I just can't really stop and listen to songs and streaming apps. When I play cassette, I just listen. Does everyone still own their Walkman? I had a few Walkmans back in the day, but they're all gone now. I think that was the other reason why I liked cassette, because you could carry it around with you. It was portable. Like vinyl was not portable. I make playlists before that and listen to them. I think I remember Codemasters bought a load of C64 Spectrum games on a CD. Yeah, well, CD could do it, definitely. CD would probably be better than a tape, I think. I love this Cream of the Earth mod from Red Sector Mega Demo. When I got my first A500, it came with Lemmings, and I downloaded this demo from Big Bang Burger Bar BBS. Oh dear. And never looked back. Right, this I am skipping though, because this is a 28 channel mod, and when it gets mixed down by Hippo, the quality disappears, unfortunately. Like, I think we're supposed to be listening to something really cool there, but it doesn't work, so let's skip. And this is the one that sounds like it's Shadow the Beast, but it's not. On vinyl, that is that the 64 program? I mean, if you think about it, CD became a much better medium for storing digital data anyway, but storing it as audio would probably still be pretty good. You probably wouldn't need the because if you look in the cassette deck, remember when I repaired mine, or tried to repair it, there's just basically what is basically an analog to digital converter circuit in there that's taking the analog waveform and trying to like square wave it out. But if you did it on CD, you wouldn't need any of that stuff because it'd just come out perfectly anyway. And there'd be less error and noise and, you know, different speeds in there and stuff like that. CD would definitely have been a better format. And it probably was it made the year with CD? Did that appear the year the Commodore 64 came out? Imagine that if the Commodore 64 had come with a CD drive. It would have been like $400 for the C64 and $4,000 for the CD drive it came with. And they would have sold exactly zero. Exactly zero. It would have just been cheaper to ship them with every game ever made on cassette. Stuff like that. It's like, instead of this CD drive, you could just have every game ever on cassette. That would be crazy, crazy. Well, in a minute, I'm going to bust out the 600. Champions of Krynn does work on the 600. I tried it. I've got it installed from last week, but I need to make a party. Hope people are all up for the RPGs. I'm quite excited about playing Champions of Krynn because it's one I played back in the day, but I just can't remember the game. And hopefully we can play it on the 600 because it doesn't have a number pad. So that's a bit of an interesting one. Interesting. Oh, what's going on here? Let's skip the end of that. It's just not interesting. And I don't know if people notice the thumbnail. I don't think people noticed last week, but I had, during last week's stream and during this stream, I have had a broken arm. I fractured my elbow about, what time was it? The stream's at 9 o'clock, isn't it? So I fractured my elbow at about 6:30 last Saturday, and then did a stream at 9. And I was having real trouble moving my arm. I went to A&E, and yes, I fractured my elbow. And that's why, well, that's one of the reasons why, if you look at the stream thumbnail, it actually says 1 week, 2 x-rays, because I ended up on Sunday in A&E getting an x-ray, and they're going, yeah, you've broken your arm. And then I went to the dentist on Thursday for just a routine checkup, and she went, oh, it's time for your routine x-rays. So it's like, I've always had x-rays this week. I'm having more x-rays. So I've been x-rayed twice this week for 2 different reasons. I fell off a scooter about 2 hours before the stream started, and obviously landed on my arm, and I broke it. So I broke the what do they call it? Radial head fracture in my arm there, somewhere around here. Fractured it. Bloody hurts. I can tell you that. And in fact, last week, if you looked at me, I couldn't take my headphones out with my left hand, and now I can do it. But I've lost a lot of motion now. Look, I can touch my shoulder here, and this arm can't do it. I can't do it. So So yeah, I'm still trying to work on getting my arm back to normal. Must have some superpowers from the X-rays. I've heard that they do give you superpowers. You're meant to make up a rock and roll story. What do you mean? What's not rock and roll about? I broke my arm and then did a live stream 2 hours later. What's not rock and roll about that? Come on. It's totally rock and roll. I broke my elbow a few years back. Roller skating, hurt for months. There you go. Well, it's been a week and it still hurts, but what do you expect? It's a broken bone. Yep. Yep, that's the way it is. It's pretty bad actually, because it's like I instantly lost a load of the mobility in my arm. I couldn't straighten it, and I couldn't even move it up to my, like, I couldn't touch my nose at the start. Like last week, you would not have seen me touch my nose on the live stream because I couldn't do it. But I've got more mobility back than I had before now. But yeah, I've got a broken arm basically. But yeah, broken elbow. It's not fun. Falling off a scooter? Oh, you mean more rock and roll than falling off a scooter? It's pretty rock and roll, I think. I think what's not rock and roll about that? It wasn't an electric scooter, it was an adult scooter as well. Not electric. And not a kid's scooter. My own scooter, I own one. Just got flipped off it by a little bit of pavement that wasn't quite what it should have been. And I didn't even get a scratch. My elbow's not even got any scratches or bruises on it or anything. I think the bone took all of the energy and it absorbed it and decided, nope, that's too much. It was like, nope. So when you hear me grimacing in a minute when I move the Amiga 1200 out of the way, that's why. I just don't want to drop it. I'm a bit more clumsy now in this hand than I used to be. Just a bit more clumsy. And it was less than 2 hours in A&E. That wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. This one I might skip. It's a bit too. It sounds like it being like a kids game or something. We'll skip that one. But yeah, totally rock and roll. Come on. Breaking my arm, doing a live stream. What's not rock and roll about that? What is not rock and roll? I have taken 2 paracetamol before the stream started just to stop my arm from hurting. It's not the fall that hurts, it's the landing. That's true. Hate it when it happens. Got a dislocated shoulder from a bad landing. You don't want to know, do you? Yeah. It's the sudden stop that causes the problem. Bones in Runcorn has never broken a bone. I mean, what? Why the name then? You've literally got a skeleton on your picture, have you? I knocked my teeth out after slipping on a crisp packet playing footy in the schoolyard when I was 8. Well, so you kind of damaged a bone. Well, there you go. Be careful of crisp packets. Accidents can happen in the places where you just don't think they're going to happen. Dave is Alatoya of rock and roller. I don't know what that means. I got run over at the age of 24, not drunk either. You got run over? Were you, what, you weren't drunk but they were? Yeah, it's not fun. Breaking bones is not fun. Stay safe, that's what I say. Well, today I might have the power to pick up the Amiga and swap it out for the 600. Compose and Rage by Volker Trip. Exclusively for the PC game Solaris. Yeah, it's not fun. Being run over, that is not fun. The Iranian leader. Oh, Ayatollah. Oh, yes. Well, I don't know. Falling off scooters is not that. It's not that. But yes, stuff hurts, and it's going to hurt for a while. I haven't had a call from physio yet. That's the bit I'm more interested in because I just want to get the movement back in my arm. I'm trying to like exercise it every day, but it's not like painful doing that, but it just feels like something's pushing it back the other way. Which is probably the broken bone. Anyway, we're going to break some bones in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, 2 x-rays in 1 week. That's the funny part. Went to the dentist. I was like, hey, broke my elbow. She's like, oh. And she says, oh, it's time for you routine x-rays. I was like, more x-rays. Are you crazy? You crazy? Ayatollah of Rock and Roller is the line from the movie. What? I don't even know what you're saying there. Jabril Ridge with Clint Eastwood. I've never heard of that. How did you get run over? Where's the blame? Where there's blame, there's a claim. Going to turn into the Hulk? I hope so. I hope so. When I was in the X-ray room, I was just sitting down and my phone was in my pocket next to my arm, and I said I'll just go and put my phone over there at the side of the room to keep them out of the way of the X-rays, because I thought, well, it wouldn't do any damage, but it might crash the phone if it knocked electrons out. But she said, oh, it won't make any difference. And I was like, I didn't know why. I didn't go. There was stuff to do, so I didn't get into it. But I was wondering why. I thought X-rays could knock electrons about, and therefore could crash your device. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're just not strong enough to do that or something. I know they're like high energy photons, but I thought they could crash a computer. I thought an X-ray could crash a computer. But do we have any nuclear physicists in the chat? Hands up if you're a nuclear physicist and you can tell me whether X-rays can crash your device. Because the woman in there was like, no problem. No, she's like, no, that's not going to happen. And then again, my phone was in my pocket when I had the dental X-rays, but they were quite a lot higher up than where my phone was. So we may never know the answer to this. I'll tell you what, let's just Google it. Unless there is there a nuclear physicist in here? Probably not. They're hard to come by. Where's a nuclear physicist when you need one? Do X-rays crash computers? That's what I wanted to know. Can airport X-ray machines damage the data stored on hard drive or memory cards? Somebody says, yes, airport X-ray machines can potentially damage the data stored on hard drives or memory cards. I wasn't bothered about that. I just thought it might not damage the memory, but alter the memory and then crash the computer. This is the trouble looking on the internet. This is just random people giving random answers now. We need the nuclear physicist. Are airport X-ray scanners safe for laptops? The answer is no. At least according to me they aren't. Again, who are you? You're Elaine somebody. What is your qualification? Are you just a journalist? She is the editor and founder of a travel company. Okay. So why aren't you saying that? On my first jaunt to Russia, I chose to take my laptop and iPhone. That should be enough, right? The new hard drive in my MacBook was fried going through the airport security at DIA. So this person seems to think, again, correlation is not causation. Just because you put your laptop through an X-ray machine doesn't mean the X-ray machine broke your laptop. They said it's rare but not impossible. I reckon she dropped it at some point. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I suppose they X-ray your phone at airport security and that seems fine. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I'm not sure if it's like fine if it's off. Great Dugan says, no, it was my fault. I was late for a job interview. Didn't look where I was going. On complicated intersection, white van came out of nowhere. I windmilled over the top. Oh dear. Oh dear. I windmilled over the top of the van, breaking my hand, foot, shattering a couple of teeth, and ended up concussed. I only remember the details years later. Oh my god, that sounds much worse than what I did. Can we get some bandages in chat? People always ask for these things in chat, don't they? Can we get insert emoji here in chat for Great Hadoukens terrible accident. What kind of emojis can we have? Bandage. Nope. Can we get a van in chat? That'd be wrong, wouldn't it? Can we get a car in chat? No. What can you have? Like, can we get a hospital in chat? Hospital. There we go. Can we get some hospitals in chat for Grey Hadoukens, broken hand, foot, teeth, etc. Well, Bone says, is your arm better now? No, not really, but it's getting better. It's getting better every day, but it's not better yet. None if it's in flight mode. What if not? What's in flight mode? Are you talking about phones? Crikey, did you get the job? Tell us you did. You were late for the interview though, so you'd never made it there, did you? I flew around Europe and elsewhere all the time for work. Laptop and phone, I've never had any problem with over 100 trips. There you go. There you go. So, doesn't mean... I mean, that's... Why have they invented ECC RAM then, if it wasn't for the fact that RAM can get some of the electrons, you know, knocked about a bit. And I think if it's off, I don't think there's anything that can go wrong with it. But I'm just wondering if the, you know, the X-rays could, you know, push a few electrons around. But because your phone's always on, isn't it? So I don't know. I think a laptop that's off probably doesn't make any difference. I don't know. Anyway, 100 trips, no problem. Anyway, she said it was going to be no problem, and she was a radiographer, the woman, so I believed her. Although my phone was already at the side of the room by that point. I should have stuck it under the X-ray machine and then said, go on, X-ray that. It sounds a lot worse than it was. Really? I don't think that sounds good. I suppose it was pretty dangerous, but I took it very well. I was laughing with the ambulance guys. You had a broken hand, foot, and you'd knocked some teeth out, and you were like, haha, funny. Nah, that's not funny. Talking to the bloke who'd run me over. Oh my god. Well, if it was your fault, you probably better stay pally with him. Oh, he's Indy Owly. Indy Owly. Oi, oi. That's his that's the Indy Owly's official greeting, I believe. So it says, the Great Hadouken lying in the road because no way I could get up. I mean, I was lying down on the pavement for a few minutes at least, holding my arm. So I bet you were there for quite a lot longer than a few minutes. And to be honest, if you did have a concussion, I bet you had no clue what was going on. That's the other thing. Carnival Steve says, you're live on Twitch with Lockmore and Go. I'm live on Twitch. Or Indy Owly's live on Twitch. That's a good question. This is a public broadcast, so technically it could be live anywhere. Bones and Roncoin says, oi, oi, that's the official response to Indy Owly's official greeting. Get it? I reckon they invented ECC RAM to charge more money to corporates for their server. That is probably what it was invented for. Was it invented for... Yeah, probably invented for that and for things that you just don't want to go wrong. I mean, aren't there a lot of stuff where you have to like put computers in space and they have to be protected against space radiation? But space radiation is probably X-rays, but it's also other things maybe. Well, I was concussed, so I was well out of it. There you go. So they were just looking at you going, who's this dude? He's like got a broken foot and he's laughing at me. It's like, he has got a concussion. Ollie says oi oi now, and he's crying a little bit. He's crying with laughter. I was sat on a pavement when the ambulance got there, so I did manage to move eventually. Congratulations on surviving that. And remember, kids, look left and right when you cross the road. I finished my game, so we're streaming your stream on my stream. That's a lot of the word stream. So you're putting me on Twitch. That's illegal. This isn't allowed on Twitch. It's illegal. You're live on Lockmoney's stream on Twitch. It's just crazy. The whole world's gone crazy tonight. Like, how much money do I get for this? Where's my paycheck? What am I getting? I want at least £12.13. Yeah, I want £12.13 for being on Twitch, please. I say that because I think that's what YouTube said I earned last month or something. It's well worth getting, you know, guys, quit your job, become a YouTuber, because you can earn in a month £12.13. no problem. And you can do that whilst having a day job. Think about that now. Royalties, yeah. 2 new Lemmings figurines as royalties, yeah. That's a good one. Lemming, I think if you bought things in Lemmings are way more valuable than the £12.13. Well, the Twitch stream is going to be me getting the Amiga 1200 out in a minute with a broken arm. So, I've got to move these Lemmings. Did anybody watch the Veritasium thing about the blue LED? Did I mention this last week, actually? Right, the Amiga's going off. Sorry, Amiga. We're shutting you down. Shutting you down. Here we go. Hang on. Hang on. It's gone. Oh, it just freezes the screen. The 1200's going in the bin. Not quite in the bin, but you get the idea. Oh, it's very quiet now. It's better with the music, let's put it that way. Remember, kids, turn your Amigas off before you start unplugging stuff, because we know what happens. We know what goes wrong. Should I keep this? I don't think I need that memory card. It's not about the dosh. What are you talking about? Isn't this why people go into YouTube careers? It's all about the money, isn't it? You can be a millionaire, especially on Twitch nowadays. People are millionaires. I was watching Kyle Hill, the guy who does the science stuff, and he did a live stream. I think it must have been during the pandemic, because he was talking about the pandemic. And he got like super chats of like, I mean, admittedly, the guy is good and he's got like 2 million subscribers, but he got super chats that were he got about $1,500 of super chats, which was pretty cool. But, you know, he is a good streamer. So it is about the dosh. But I don't even have super chat turned on. You can't even give me money if you wanted to. Look at this little dude. Oh, that's tiny. Little tiny Amiga. Uh-oh, let's not break the Amiga. Let's not break any Amigas. It's all about the dosh. Oh, look how small this thing is. Let's get the big picture on. Where's the big picture? It's bigger. There it is. I forgot how you plug these things in. I think this is, yeah, this one's mine. Like from back in the day. This is my Amiga. Oh, I can't shove that in properly because my arm hurts. Where have they put the RGB port? There it is. I found it. I have found it. Come on. Right, we got everything. It's a bit wobbly. Oh, there's a thing over there. It's a bit wobbly. It's a little bit wobbly. Let's see if it boots. Good old Workbench 2. And someone has stolen the numeric keyboard. Wow, this keyboard's gone yellow all over again. Ooh, it's booting, I think. It's happening. Ha, look at that. It's so small. It's so compact. I think I do even have Hippo Player installed on this. Right. Oh, it's so hard putting my headphones in. That's hard work, that is. All right, let's shut that up. It's so small. That's what she said. It is. Hey, look at it. Look at it go. What have I got on here? I don't use this enough to remember what's all on here. I have installed Champions though, have I? There it is. I realised why this icon appears down there, because when you install it, it copies an empty folder icon off its drive, which is just in that place. Oh, The mouse is really slow in here as well. Yeah, and it sticks it there. And Eye of the Beholder was doing that as well, I think. Something like that. Here it is. It's taking a while. Game. Yeah, look, if you look in here, they even copied the empty directory. That isn't even a directory, that's just the icon for a directory. I think if I click that, oh, it does say empty directory. But I was pretty sure I looked on the disk and that is just, it's a directory that is not a directory. Looks very similar to, I wonder if this is the same files and stuff as Eye of the Beholder. The A600 is underrated, but the plastic case clips are a nightmare. Well, it's the same on the 1200, isn't it? They're always broken anyway, aren't they? They're always broken on these things. I think this one, I can't remember if they're intact on this one. One of these 600s has got all the clips intact, which is a miracle. In this day and age, it's a miracle. Right, let's see. Get ready for the music, because it's the last music you're going to hear in this game, just like an Eye of the Beholder. Game. Hey, look at it go. The A1200 does a better job of holding itself together because the screws are because that's screws on both sides. Also, all the A1200s are newer than all the A600s. Yeah. Enjoy the music. Because it's the last music you're going to hear. Yeah, the music was always dead basic on these. Even on the Commodore 64, it just sounded like this. It sounded really basic. But it's good. It's a good tune. It's just not very... They didn't put a lot of effort into the music. I think there was some games where they used the same tune on the title screen because they didn't even bother making a new tune. They just went, oh, put a new game out. Right, same tune. It might even be like Death Knights of Krynn, the follow-up's got the same music. From these guys. Encounter design, project director. Cute music, yep. Is it just going to loop forever? I think we've heard it now, haven't we? Right, the first thing to check is that we can actually make a save game. Oh, do you know what I should have done? I should have set the clock on the Amiga. Should I actually do that? Or shall I? No, let's not bother. Let's play Champions of Krynn version 1. Well, I've got the manual. I'm going to need the manual, by the way, because this has got copy protection on it. Where is it? It's got copy protection. Going to need the manual. And I do have I think my C64 version has got the same style box, I think. Oh, what? What happened there? Did it just go to demo mode then? That just went into demo mode, didn't it? I just got 120 break in Snooker 19, my first century. What? I wish I could play. I could really play snooker like that. Why has this just gone into demo mode? Right, might as well reset it, and then we'll actually set the clock and start it. I think I just pressed D. There is a dodgy key on this keyboard, the R key, that sometimes presses down when it shouldn't or falls off. That might cause me trouble in this game. First thing to check is that my glass is filled with scotch. Okay. It's a good thing to be sure of. And I'll tell you what the interesting thing, not that interesting, I don't think this version of Workbench is totally Y2K compliant, because I'll show you. If I do the new shell, oh, new shell, and then you do date. Also, if you press tab to finish, I don't know when that added, but if you press tab to try and finish a command, it can't do it. Was that a 3.2 thing they added? Look, you do date, it says Monday, 19th October 20, and you can't set the date with the 4-digit year, which is interesting. I think it might not be, like if you do like 2024, it'll say, no, you need 2 digits for the date. In fact, you've got to write, you have to write I did the wrong thing. I have to write Feb 24. Does it know that's 2024? Might not be Y2K compliant. Oh my god, we shouldn't be using computers like this. Anyway, that set the date. So you can't really tell what century it thinks it is. So there you go. Is it Y2K compliant? Who could say? Right, let's start this baby up again. My god, it's like 10 past 10 and we've not even started the game yet. I'm doing too much messing around at the start, but then again, that's the whole point of this stream. It's just messing about, isn't it? Game. Right, this time we're going to play. Is your glass filled with scotch? That's the question. Is it filled with scotch? Right, we've seen the music. Make the most of it, because it's about to end. Right, play. Okay. Right, we've got to do the copy protection, because this is not a pirated version. So we're going to do it. Right. We need the Adventurer's Journal. Oh my word. How rubbish is this? The Adventurer's Journal. Tavern Tale 5. What is word 4 of Tavern Tale 5 on page 44? Oh my god. Tavern Tale. Oh my god, there's that many Tavern Tales. Are you serious? Tavern Tale 5. It says page 44. Oh, it is on page 44. What is word 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Doors. It says doors. The doors. Oh, I've got to press the R key. Oh no! No! The R key's gone. Oh, this is bad. Oh, and the F key's gone as well. Yeah, these keys don't attach properly anymore. And that is a big problem. That is a big problem. They need some, like, PTFE tape in them or something. This key just won't attach into the plunger anymore. Not properly, anyway. It needs a repair. Right, could you stop? Doors. Okay, I'm back with a full glass of scotch. Are you mad? Let's play Amiga. Let's do it. We just did the copy protection. Right. We got to create our characters, so this is going to be the next half an hour or something. Let's not do any names with the words R in. So let's have a human to start with, because we are humans, let's face it. Let's have a human male fighter. That's, I don't know. And I think we might not be able to put certain things in the party again if we have any chaotic or evil people. Let's just do lawful good. This is the bog standard person. Right, what's good? We've got to roll the stats. What do we want for a fighter? Strength. What am I looking at here? Why have I started at level 2 as well? That's weird. I'm 16 years old. This is crazy. Yeah, it started with 2,000 experience points. That's really strange. There's the THACO thing. To hit armor class 0. It's not an O, it's a 0, but you get the idea. So we want good strength and good... Oh, what? What? Let's call this one Dave Poo 2. What? Wait a minute, what just happened? Did I just say keep? Oh no. What? Wait a minute, I just pressed too quickly. Let's exit that. No, let's not say... Okay, let's start again. Create new character. We're going again. Male. Fighter. Lawful good. Right, reroll stats. Actually, that's not bad. I've got 12 dexterity though. That's actually not bad. Shall I try and re-roll or not? I've got 18 charisma, 17 constitution, 17 strength. It's just got bad dexterity. Let's keep that. Right. Dave Pooh 2. This is me. It's weird that you start at level 2. And why am I 16 years old? This is really weird. Right. And we can pick the colours now. That is a really gaudy coloured armour. We can pick parts. Head. Whoa, look at this. I can pick my head. What's this little hat thing I've got? It's really strange. Weapon. Wow. Well, he's got to have a sword. And then we can pick the colours. Oh my god, you can colour everything. We can colour the body. Oh wow. Pink. Yellow. Let's do yellow. So it's just body. You can't colour the legs. Oh, you can colour the legs as well. It's like yellow legs. Oh my god, we're going to be here for about an hour, aren't we? Oh, this is crazy. Is that like... There we go. It's kind of yellow. Arm. Let's go yellow with that. This is disgusting. There we go. I've got yellow. I've got a yellow body. And you can colour the weapon as well. Oh, you can. That is absolutely disgusting. Let's do black on that one at least. I've got no shield. What about my hair? Oh, he's got like a yellow hair as well. Right, this is so cool. Dexterity really is needed because it gives better chance to hit, if I remember right. Well, I've just picked really bad dexterity. Is this Dark Souls? Yes, it is. Yes, correct. This is Dark Souls. It's been modded to. It's been updated for modern computers. Right. Well, I've picked bad dexterity. That could be bad. You can change your size. Oh, it's just 2 sizes, so I'm not. Don't want to be small. Is this icon okay? Yes. Save. Yes. Oh, what? Please insert volume DH0 into any drive. What? Oh, that's interesting. So it just wants to save on DH0. Oh my word. Right, we're in trouble, people, already. Because this game's just expecting DH0, isn't it? What am I supposed to do about that? I don't have a DH0. Well, apparently I don't. Right, we're going to have to... Saying that, didn't I save one? You need a save floppy. Yeah, it's not, because that'd be DF0, wouldn't it? That'd be DF0. It's not trying to access the floppy. It's trying to access the hard drive. Right, well, this is going to be a bit of a mystery already. But I already made... I already made this character. That's not the character I just made, is it? I don't think that's the character I just made. Or was it? That is the character I just made. So it did save it. It just didn't tell me it was going to save it. Look, I can modify them. I can give myself a bit more dexterity. Look. I could just give myself more. Let's have a bit more. Oh yeah, it's affecting his armor class. Okay. I mean, I could just jack everyone up to max. I mean, that's the cheating way of doing it, though, isn't it? Shall I just jack everyone up to max? Let's jack them all up to max. Like this. That's naughty, isn't it? But you can do it. Let's do it. Let's give ourselves a fighting chance, because we didn't have one in Eye of the Beholder. We'll do this and we'll jack everyone up to max, because I don't think it's going to make that much difference anyway. And technically you could roll that, and I can't change my usually max every character. Yeah, I don't think I did it when I did it, but might have done. Can't remember. Let's keep that. I've just like save current game. Let's see if we can just see if we can save game. Oh right, we've got save slots. Hey, this is weird. So it says insert. It says insert insert volume into DH0. Let's just exit and make sure that we can load this. Whoops. Hey, it actually exits to workbench. that's like amazing. Where's it even put the save game? Like, what has it done? Is it in here somewhere? I just want to check that there's no point playing the game if we can't save, you see. It's weird that it tells you to insert a volume that you can't insert. Save, there it is. So I wonder if this is... Save game A, yeah. Where's Dave Pooh in here? Is there a save for just that character? Come on, see. Icons. It's not up. Is it update or what? I don't see Dave Pooh in there. All right, let's give it a go. It might be working. You have multiple partitions. Maybe game is confused by that. Possibly. But I don't know. We'll see. If it can reload it, it doesn't matter. It's working. So we'll see if we can just go back in the game and reload. I don't know why it wants DH0 so badly. Maybe just assumed that you'd have a DH0. I mean, if it's just going to ask for that volume when you're actually saving the game, it's not a big deal. Right. Let's see. Play. Oh no, we can't do this again now. Word 3, Tavern Tale 20. I remember when I played this so much on the Commodore 64 that you'd eventually realise there wasn't that many words they'd ask you for out of the manual. There was only like 20 or 30 or something. And you'd start to learn like which one, and you didn't have to look it up anymore. But those days are gone. Tavern Tale 20. So this is the whole point. Like they couldn't put a little bit of text in the game. Yeah, please. Don't fool yourself. The Tavern Tales were just the copy protection. But you can go to the tavern and, you know, listen for tales. Tavern Tale 20. Word 3. Something. Oh, that wasn't the right word. Oh my god. Right. Word 4, Tavern Tale 9. Word 4, Tavern Tale 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Folks, it says. Hey, finally. Yeah, maybe assumes that game will only be on the first partition, which would be DH0. But you have game on second partition or DH1. So I don't know. It makes me wonder what it's trying to do, though. Is it just trying to... I don't know why it's trying to ask for that. Let's load the save game. A. Is that going to work? mean, if everything comes back, it's fine. Yeah, look, we're back. We're all here. Yeah. So let's go. Let's create the rest of them. So we've got we need names as well for these people. We need names. Let's do a half elf. Should we go male or female again? Let's do female half elf. Oh, look at this. Is the half elves the ones that can do the multiclassing? Should we just do a pure... Well, we need a cleric. We need a cleric. We need a mage. I don't know that we need a knight. We might do. Let's do cleric. Oh, look at all this. Cleric of Paladine. Kiri Jolith. You pick your pick your god that you want. It's a crazy thing. Magia. That's like, oh, that's weird. Didn't know they had that. Let's have Mishakal. Let's go lawful good again. Here we go. Shall we not bother re-rolling the stats because... Oh, I did it wrong again. I accidentally picked... Is it saying no there? I'm 47 years old now. What? Right, what's this character going to be called? It's a female cleric half-elf. Crazy names may be accepted. I'll give people a minute to think. And then I will go modify those stats because I just randomly picked that. Why am I only level 1? But I was level 2 when I was a fighter. I don't get it. But I need a name. Crazy names are accepted. Probably. I wonder if I'm still on Twitch. Everyone on Twitch is like, what's happening? What are these people doing? It's just a screen of text. What are you doing? This is not the game. If no one can come up with a name, we might have to come up with a random name generator. Either everyone's thinking or nobody's thinking. But I can't tell. I can't tell. Do 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 do. Everyone's thinking, what's the stupidest name? Either that or you're not thinking at all and you're thinking that everyone else is thinking, but they're not thinking because everyone else thinks everyone else is thinking. Oh, it's got all the monsters in there and everything. Oh, it's got little maps in the journal entries. I'm not going to remember any of this game. Well, we need a name. What's it going to be? We had Turrican in the last one. We'll probably put Turrican in again. I'll put Truican. Can't even spell. I can't even type. Turrican. We can have Turrican 2. You've got Depu 2. We could have Turrican 2. I'm already laughing at that. I'm loving it. Right. Turrican 2. This is a cleric. So... what is the cleric going to look like? It's a female. Wait a minute. Why didn't it not even look like a female? Let's give them a mace, because clerics have maces. Where's the mace? Like a mace? Something like that. That'll do. Let's give him different coloured legs as well. Oh, some horrible colours. Green hair. Yep. This is 2024. Of course you want green hair. Oops, I just did the legs. Somebody says rat pouch. We got 4 more characters to make anyway. Rat pouch. Peter Molyneux could be one of the characters. Oh my god. Peter Molyneux. I wonder if we've got enough letters for Peter Molyneux. Peter Molyneux. What's the idea behind rat pouch? They are 2 pretty dumb names. Well, we've got 4, like I said, 4 more characters to make. So Sudoku, I like it. I probably can't change the name of this one, but Turrican 2, I'm laughing at that. Size is the same. Exit. Yes, this icon's okay. Save Turrican 2. Yes. Let's not put that in any drive. And let's modify the character. Oh, wait a minute. Add character to party. Turrican 2. And let's modify that character. Because I accidentally... This is one of these ones where there's 32 things. I can't tell which one's selected. I think it's that one. Nope, it's not. Right. Let's just max it out. Oh, you can't. Oh, it's actually showing you ones that you've modified. It's like showing you where you cheated. Actually got an 18 on dexterity. Oh, she only got 7 hit points. Why have you only got 7 hit points? That's rubbish. This character's going to get killed instantly. Right, save current game. Let's not put DH0 in any drive. I don't know what that's all about. That's really weird. The WHC load page does say that it doesn't save very well either, and the reason is because it keeps swapping kernels or something in that fair because of all the disk access that it's doing. Boring game. Well, this isn't the game. I'm just making the party. 7 hit points because level 1. Yeah, maybe when you're rolling, it can do lots of levels. Yeah, this is not the game. This is just generating the party. It is a bit weird because I seem to remember in the other games there was a way that you could just say there was already a preset party. If you didn't want to make one, you could just say give me the preset party and just play. But here they make you make the whole party. You have to do it. I mean, it's part of the game. And then you go begin eventually, but you only do this once, and then that's it. Rat Pouch is in Lure of the Temperance. Well, Rat Pouch can go in then. So let's have a new character. I think we want a... Do we want another elf? We'll have a pure elf, a Sylvanesti elf. And let's have a pure mage. Let's do neutral, true neutral. That's a bit crazy. Yeah, 8. So the mage has got more hit points than the other character. Is this... I think I did badly with that character. Yeah, 7 hit points is really bad. Yeah, look at that. And I don't know if the stats are affecting the hit points or what. That's not bad. Or when you rolled, you get like... Yeah, you get different amounts of hit points. Oh, that you can't change. 12 out of 12. I think hit points are what you're going to need at the start because you're going to get your ass handed to you. I've made a mistake with the 7 hit points thing. Let's just get as many hit points as I can and max the character out. 4? can just press Y. I had 12 hit points at one point. I want that. I want 12 hit points. 11. Let's go for 12. Come on, you can give me... Oh, let's just give me the 11. Right, okay. This one is rat pouch. Can I put 2... I can put space in that. Rat pouch. Nice. I want Alf as a character. You can have Alf. Right. Rat pouch is our mage. Yeah, look at that. You get like a mage thing. First color. Oh yeah, you've got to pick your alignment as well, haven't you? Should we make them a red? Yeah, let's make them red. Come on, one more red. It's really hard to get the colours. Arms. This doesn't look very good, does it? Oh my word. They're just the gaudiest colours you could possibly imagine. There's more red. Is just shield being one of the colours on this? No. Hair. Why can't I change the colour of the full thing? It's not that great, is it? The leg colour, you just can't change everything. It's a bit odd. Oh well, that's your colour. It looks awful. Why are the arms are green? It's not changing all the colours. I don't know what's going on here. Shield, yeah, okay. Right, well you don't seem to... Oh no, a second colour. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a really weird... That's really weird. That's quite a tedious way. I'm going to have like a pink outfit. This is absolutely some of the worst colouring I've ever seen. Oh my word, there we go. Let's keep that. And you can change the colour of the face? Oh my god. Is this icon okay? Absolutely not. Right, we can't... Oh, only asked me once that time. So, add this character to the party. Right, we've got 3 characters now. HP is determined by constitution, race and class as far as I remember. Yeah, so, but when you modify... Oops. Does it... Whoops. When I modify... it's not going to change. So you think constitution will just change that? Doesn't change the hit points. Maybe the hit points are set. Well, we're maxing them out. They're doing extra damage for that, but that really hasn't helped. Oh my god, I'm 298 years old. It does say red mage. Did I even pick that? Oh, when did I pick that red part? I don't know when that happened. Let's save the current game. Right, we're there. We're nearly there. We've got 3. We've got 3 people. And we're going to have to equip them all. It's going to be a big start to the game. I'm really sorry. But, you know, when you were 10 years old or whatever, when you were playing this, this was what you wanted. You got in-depth stuff. But we got 3 more characters. It's great. We're going to have Alf. So what have we got? We've got a fighter, we've got a mage, we've got a cleric. We've got the basics in there. And now we need more stuff. I don't even know if it's worth having 2 clerics. I don't know. Or some multi-classes or something. Peter Molyneux. All right, we'll put Peter Molyneux in next. Right. Create a new character. This is going to be a hill dwarf. Cleric fighter? What about a cleric fighter? I mean, we haven't got a thief, but I don't know. It might be useful to have 2 clerics. Ooh, can only be Ryux, the god. See, it's got all its rules in there. Neutral good. Right. So I think this stats thing might make a difference. So you think, oh, the constitution is 18 there. And it's level 1 and 2. That's actually not a bad roll. Peter Molyneux, the rogue. So let's keep that. I'm 90 years old. Character name. I don't think this is going to fit. And I don't even know how to spell it. How do you spell Molyneux? Let's get it right. Peter Molyneux. I'm just checking the spelling. It's Molyneux. Is this going to fit? MOL. Peter Molyneux fits. Are you kidding me? You can have a character called Peter Molyneux. Are you absolutely joking me here? Have I spelled that right? Definitely. Peter Molyneux. So stupid. This is so stupid. You can have it. Right. So, parts. He's a cleric as well. We need to make him look different to the other cleric. Should we give him a little shield? Give him like a club. Oh my god, what are all these people down here? Club. Let's give him a club so at least he looks different. Right. Oh yes, there's 2 colours on everything. So you have to do one colour and then do the other colour. It's really strange. I've had someone with blue hair, haven't I? I've got someone with yellow hair. Let's just do black hair. It's an arm and a leg. Arm. What colour would Peter Molyneux wear? Let's give him loads of black. He's going to wear loads of black. Come on, black. Where's the black? There it is. Was that second colour or first colour? What the devil? Look at this. You could just make them look disgusting. It's like Simpsons doing it in yellow. What colour would Peter Molyneux's face be? It's blue. Oh my word. He's just all blue. He's got black legs. Okay. It's just disgusting. I don't know why I'm spending so long picking the colours. Right, that'll do. Right, Peter Molyneux. We can make him a little bit of a... oh, what? That's weird. That's weird. That's a weird picture. Save Peter Molyneux, definitely. Let's not put stuff back in the drive. Let's add him to the party. Oh my word. Well, I'm having fun. I haven't even got to the game yet. I did say it'd be about an hour of making characters. We're going to modify him as well. Oh, look at this. He can get maxed. His strength can get maxed out, like big time. Oh, wow, look at that. Because he's a super strong dwarf or something. Definitely spell correct. If there's Bard class, Peter Molyneux would fit. I should play Bard's Tale on the Amiga. Oh. Peter Molyneux would wear gold, probably. Yeah, the strength thing allows me to go really high with this extra number. Oh, he can't. His dexterity doesn't go high, though. Oh, and he's got 19 constitution. Oh, but his charisma's terrible. He won't go any higher than 12. Oh, dear. Oh, well, we've modified our characters. And we're going to save that. It's lot A. Right, we've got Peter Molyneux. I'm kind of regretting Turrican 2's 7 hit points. Like, it might take me like half the game. Oh, look at all this DH0. Is it saving every character every time? Is that what it's doing? Because did it do 4 times, one for each character? Right, we've got 2 more characters to go. And then finally, we can begin adventuring. We probably have to equip them all with stuff as well. It's crazy. I'm sure in the later games, and this was one of the later games, I think, they started doing ready-made parties where you could just say, oh, here's a bunch of people, just off you go. But not in this one. What about Esther Ranson? I'm not taking Esther Ranson with me. It's ridiculous. I know she's well, I know who she is, but I don't think we can take Esther Ranson. I'm quite impressed that Peter Molyneux fits. What were the other names we had? Alf? Somebody wants Alf. The other question is, what other characters do we want in the party? Do we want a Kenda? Oh my god. Diego Maradona. We could put Diego Maradona in. The half-elves can be the craziest. So we've got a fighter, we've got a mage, we've got a cleric, and we've got a fighter cleric. Should we put a thief in? Edwina Curry. We could have a fighter thief, or should we just go pure thief? I'm not sure if the thief's going to be like a really bad idea. Just got in one of the miss. Not a lot. We're just making the characters for this game. It's quite a lot to do. In fact, do I want I'm trying to think what I want. I don't think a pure thief is going to be that much use. I think let's not do this one. Let's do another half elf. We'll do a, can you do a mage thief? Mage thief, that's what we want. Gary Barlow. Yeah. We'll have a mage thief. So it's a white mage and a thief. There you go. Sounds bad though, doesn't it? But that's what you get. That's what you... Ooh. Oh, it's done that thing again. And I didn't want to do that. Right. We've got to start again now. I don't know why it's defaulting to no. Right. Create new character. Half elf. We want mage thief. Let's do half elf mage thief. Oh, you can have half elves can be knights and rangers as well. This is probably all in the rulebook somewhere. Reeves and Mortimer. Right, reroll stats. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. Oh, that's even better. That's even better. 18 constitution. Let's have it. So, what are we calling this one? This one's a this one's a mage thief. We've got Gary Barlow. It's got Reeves and Mortimer. Tim Henman. And Diego Maradona. Can we have some like decision on like what we're calling this character? We've got too many names now. Too many names. Somebody choose. Come on, because I don't know which one to pick now. They're all quite good names. We've got Peter Molyneux, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Should we have Tim Henman? I quite like Tim Henman. Oh, you're seconding Gary Barlow. Oh, right. Well, that's two for Gary. Let's put Gary Barlow in. Taxman both fights in steel. Henman and Barlow. Right, yeah, Gary Barlow it is. Gary Barlow, you are our mage thief. You are our mage thief with 5,000 experience. Right. What's he going to look like? Whoa, you can... Oh, there's some preset ones here. I should just pick those before. Yeah, what will Gary Barlow look like? Look at these crazy people. Gary Barlow, you're a mage thief. Is it white mage, though? Okay, I can change the colours. Yeah, there's like these preset ones. Oh, what? It just completely changed when I did that. It just completely changed. Is this icon okay? Yeah. I just picked a preset and I can't change it. He's a white mage, but he's been wearing red in the icon now. We're saving Gary Barlow. Well, that was much easier. I should have done some of that before. Let's add Gary Barlow to the party. Just give him everything. Oh, we're getting there. We are totally getting there. Right, we've got one more to go, and then we can actually start playing the game. But we've got to. I think it's doing this. Insert DH0 for every single character it's saving. Select a function. Choose a function. Bo Derek. We could have Dudley Moore. What about Dudley Moore? Last character. So we've got we've got a fighter, we've got a cleric, we've got a fighter cleric, we've got a mage, we've got a fighter thief. Is that right? Let's view these characters. We've got fighter. We've got cleric. We've got a red mage, fighter, cleric, mage. And we've got a cleric fighter. And we've got a mage thief. So we've got two clerics, we've got two mages, we've got a few fighters. Should we do can humans do... Oh, they can't do multi-class. We could do a knight. I don't know what the advantage of a knight is. Or a ranger. I'm not exactly sure what the advantage of having one of those is. What's the advantage? What's a ranger? I don't even know what that is. Shall we use the manual? What's the advantage of the manual? It's telling you about the races, ability scores. We skipped all that. Character classes. Rangers can fight with any armor or weapons. Rangers can have exceptional strength. They gain additional HP bonuses if they have a constitution of 17 plus. They do additional damage in combat when fighting giant class characters. Rangers must be of good alignment and have ability scores at least 13. The prime requisite is strength and wisdom. So what's the difference between... We could have a ranger, but it doesn't sound like they're incredibly useful. Knights are... We could have a knight. Pride of Krynn. Knights are divided into 3 orders. The knights must take a vow of poverty, and so they take large part of their monies and treasuries back to the orders. Right, okay. The Knights of the Crown will take 10% of their money when they enter the outposts. And Rose will give up everything except... The Knights of the Rose will give up everything except 20 steel pieces. When When they become 6th level, they gain the ability to cast some clerical spells. Oh, that's interesting. If has a sufficient level, has high enough scores, he may petition the next order for admission. Prime requisite is strength and wisdom. Knights receive XP bonuses for doing knightly deeds and not having prime requisites. They begin the game as 1st level characters. Well, that's really odd. Knights are really, really odd. I suppose we could still just... Are you on a mission to find the most complicated Amiga game? This probably... I mean, this is just... Is this a complicated Amiga game? This is just an RPG. I mean, I played this when I was 10, so it can't be that complicated. Anyway, it's Dungeons and Dragons. You just roll a dice, but they roll a dice for you. I'm just trying to decide what my last character should be. Should I pick Knight or Ranger? I think we'll pick Ranger because they've got this weird thing going on. The Knights is weird. I bet it'll be a bit in the game where it's like, you haven't got a Knight in your party, you can't do this. I mean, this is literally called, well, it's not Death Knights of Krynn, but let's pick Ranger. And let's do... Oh, they've got a lot of hit points as well, haven't they? Oops, I've done it wrong. Now I've got less hit points. This one, let's not do that again. Let's get out of that because I did that wrong. It was, oops, human, male, ranger. Right, reroll stats. Yes. Wow, 30 hit points. That's crazy. That is crazy number of hit points. Saint Francis of Assisi. That's a bit much. I think I'm going to go with Dudley Moore. I think I'm going to name this character Dudley Moore. Oh, I didn't put space in. I think we can fit that. It's Dudley Moore. You are our ranger. Right, and let's see if we can just pick... Oh, there was like... Should I just put a bow in his hand or something? Make him look different. Well, yeah, we can give him like one of these pre-made things like this. Dudley Moore's going to look a bit weird. What about this guy? He's got like a wooden sword. There you go. There you go, Dudley Moore. I wonder if this DH0 is going to come back to bite me. Right, have we got everyone? We've got 6 people. I think that's it. Oh, except we can modify Dudley Moore. Let's modify him a bit. Put him right up to 100, which has got like a wraparound. Right, DH0, how many times are you going to ask me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's asked for 1 for each character and 1 for the save game itself, maybe. Blimey. Blimey. That is absolutely crazy. Let's just do one last thing before we start playing. Let's make sure this thing will reload because I don't quite trust it. Don't quite trust it. Oh no, I'm going to have to put in the copy protection again. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So how long did it take to generate the party there? And we haven't even equipped all their stuff. Perhaps I should have done this off stream, but I didn't think it'd take even that long. That's crazy, isn't it? But you know, it's an RPG. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's an RPG. They're just complicated. We're doing the copy protection. What page? Tavern Tale 47. On page 48. Great. A word 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is ridiculous. I've got to put the word time in. We should probably start writing these down because There's not going to be that many of them. Dudley Moore sounds good. It's a very British cast of characters we have, apart from Turrican. Is Turrican 2 British? He's probably German. Sorry, I was a minute or two behind. Okay, that's all right. Load the save game. Hey. Let's just check we've got everyone. Yeah. Everyone's there. Turrican 2 is a bit of a disaster, though. I'm wondering if we should make Turrican 2 again. Oh, wait a minute. But Turrican 2 hasn't been modified. But it didn't make any difference. Oh, I can modify the name. I didn't realise that. Whoops. You can change the name. Whoop. Wait, what? Where's the cursor? This is weird. Oh no, the R keys come off. Hey, I press 2 and then it goes to... I can't put Turrican 2 in anymore. And my R key's fallen off. That's really annoying. I've got to fix this. It doesn't even look like there's anything wrong with it. It just falls off. It's just not mating with the plunger. Maybe the plunger's gone. Yeah, and the F key's got the same problem. That's a bit of a shame. Turrican, I can't put 2 in. It just goes to a different box. Wait a minute, I can modify the... Oh no, I can't modify that. 2 is moving the cursor. That's really strange. Yeah, everything else has worked, so... Everything else is working. We're gonna... You can die really quick in Turrican 2, though. Turrican 2 is going to get murdered. I think maybe we should take Turrican 2 out of the party and just do them again. Oh, hello. It's called Turrican now because I can't put the word 2 in anymore. Yeah, we just need a lawful good cleric. Drop Turrican forever. Yep. Right, we're going to make Turrican again quickly. It's half elf cleric. And let's roll the stats. And this time, let's not end up with 7 points. We can get 30. Oh, 19, you see. We're going to get really done in with 7 hit points. I just know we are. Just plow through loads of points into... You can't... I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can... Maybe you can. I don't know. When you start... Plow loads of points into his HP when you start... I think your HP just goes up on its own. You don't really get a choice in it. Reroll stats? No. This is Turrican. I wonder if we can make him with the same name. Or is it going to do me in? Let's do Turrican 2. Like that. Right, we can also do this thing where we pick... Can we pick a preset character? Hearts. Oh yeah, let's pick this dude. What about this? As a cleric. I quite like these preset ones. That's Turrican 2 now. Yeah, there you go. Right, add to party. Turrican 2. Right. Now, you also can change the order because that makes a difference, just like in Eye of the Beholder. Except in this game, it actually makes sense because you can actually move around the battlefield, which you can't really do in Eye of the Beholder. You are getting everything. Right. Which is anyone still watching after spending an hour creating a pie? We haven't done any fighting. Just think of it like a text adventure at this point. It does get better than this. Right. Let's begin adventuring. Because I think we've done it. Right. How many people are left watching now? Is it like 4? Yeah, like half the people watching dropped off. But here we go. And don't expect many sound effects. Because it ain't happening. There you go. Anything last home in solace. Brave band gathers in the preparation for a grim journey. The lands reconquered from the dragon armies are to be scoured of the last vestiges of evil. Still here. There you go. Has anybody read these Dragonlance books or anything like that? The ones that are they would have been set, like this game's set after those Dragonlance books. That's why the inn would have been in the tree, but the tree's been knocked over in the war and the inn's gone on the ground and stuff. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Terrible thing. Those books were written in the 80s, I think. Well, this game's 90, so they must have been actually. But early 80s, maybe. Right. Joining you on the trip is an older knight. Oh, so we've already got a knight. We'll give us a knight. He's introduced you as Sir Godson. The mission is to evaluate the outposts for the Council of Knights. There's our party. Once the company is organised, you begin the journey to the outpost. The party travels through Salamnia and arrives near Throttle. That's me up there, isn't it? The outpost. There we go. You're escorted to see the Commandant. There he is with his massive moustache. It must be Movember. Sir Carl greets you at the office. The Commandant and I are discussing some important issues. There's going to be a lot of reading in this game. First mission is to patrol Throttle and report any suspicious activities immediately. Sir Carl continues, and you record it in Journal Entry 51. I read this out in my little video, didn't I? Because I did the start of the game before it crashed on me. Absolutely crashed on me. Journal Entry 51. The worst monster scouts are reported anywhere in the area are hobgoblins. Draconians and evil dragons have long since abandoned this area to the forces. Still, be a little wary on your way to Throttle. Also be sure to report back here immediately. If anything unusual or dangerous occurs, the outpost depends on information brought back by patrols such as yours. Good luck. May Paladine watch over you. Hasn't he got an amazing moustache? It's the most amazing moustache. I've got somebody with 30 hit points. Dudley Moore has 30 hit points. We're going to have to start learning who all these people are in the party because I'm not going to remember who's who. Turrican 2, Dudley Moore, Gary Barlow, Peter Molyneux, Rat Pouch, and Depu 2. That is just bonkers. It's just bonkers. Oh, buy and ready equipment from the armory. Memorize spells before going out. I think that is quite important because we go out without any stuff. We are done. So let's go to the armory. I think pool is pooling your money. So we can just look at the characters. I don't think we've got steel. But we don't have any money, and we've got trade. Oh no, let's not do that. I don't know what trading is. So let's start with Depu 2. He's got to buy some stuff. Oh right, we've got, how much money have we got? 70 steel. I think we do this pool thing first, don't we? Pool the money. And then share. Take. Okay, yeah, so you pool all your money, and that's how much money you've got, and everyone can spend it. It does look complicated, but in the previous games they had 5 different currencies or something, and that was crazy, and they got rid of it and just said, let's just have steel for everything. So steel is the currency, and we can buy stuff. It's Retro JB. Right. Let's buy a Longsword. Is that what we want? Well, you can buy a diamond for 500. I think that's the only other type of currencies you can trade some of your money for something like that. Do we need... Oh, look at this. Ring mail. So we've got plenty of money, I suppose. Let's get a longsword. And some ring mail. Ah, look, now he's got items. You can equip them. There we go. So we've got to give everyone the stuff. This is like just more stuff to do. So our fighter's going to need a shield. Right, okay. He's got stuff. We could also give him a short bow. Or should we skip that for now? Can I give him the shield? Okay, we've got it all equipped. Right, what is Rat Pouch? Rat Pouch is the red mage. So what does the red mage need? A staff? Staff sling? Whoops. I just bought a staff sling. And I think it's... Oops. I think I might have just accidentally bought a quarterstaff. I think the mage can use darts, but they can't wear any armor. Do you want to go back and get your money? Yes. You could leave the money behind in the shop. Okay, I've bought a staff sling. Can't do that. And a longsword by accident. Whoops. Whoops. So I can give the longsword to somebody else, can I? Give it to Pete Molyneux. And the staff sling, give it to Turrican too. Or is it Dudley Moore? Okay. Right, he can't get anything. What else we got? Peter Molyneux is a cleric. What can he wear? He can wear ring mail. And he can have a shield. And he can have a mace. Oh, should have got 20 arrows and a short bow as well. That's what the other people need. Right, I'm getting the hang of this. There you go. You can have your... Oh, Peter Molyneux can use the longsword. How can he use that? I don't understand. Isn't he a... Oh, he's a cleric and a fighter, so he can use longsword. Oh, this is cool. Well, we're working this out. Are people understanding the AD&D rules that the clerics can't use sharp weapons, basically? Clerics can only use like blunt weapons. That's a thing in D&D. But he's a cleric fighter, so he can. He can do that. What's Gary Barlow? He's a mage thief. Right, okay. So what does he need? He's a mage, but he's also a thief. He can have darts and a staff sling, and I think that's it. Can I even equip any of this stuff? Nope. Can't do it. We can equip the darts though. Gary Barlow. Could it be magic now? Yeah. Right, we've got a ranger. I assume they can just use... Why has he got this? He can use a staff sling? I don't know. Did they already have some items to start with? I think they did. I think that's what's confusing me. Give him a long sword as well. And some arrows. Right, Dudley Moore. Oops. Oh, oops. He can equip the bow as well. We'll try that. He's got 30 hit points though. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And the last one, Turrican 2 is a cleric. So they've got to have a mace. They can have ring mail and a shield. Mace, ring mail, shield, yes. Right. So I think I've given the money back to everyone. Yeah. And where do I want to go? Vault, temple, bar. Oh, let's leave. Is this the bit where I just was? Yeah. So how do I save the game now to get all that stuff? Because I don't want to have to do all that again. That's the thing. I don't know how to save the game. This is going to be another problem, is that I don't know how to save. Let's do the hole. Oh, the hole is where you save. That's weird. That is weird. Right, we're nearly there. I've got stuff. I'm saving. It's going to ask me 7 times to insert DH0, which is maybe what was causing the trouble where they said it didn't work with WHD load, which is really odd. Begin adventuring again, but we're already adventuring. Knight, change classes, train character. Oh, right. Do you have to come back here to train? I thought they'd done away with this kind of thing in this version of the game. But there you go. Right. I'm going to go make a drink and then I'm going to come back. It's 11:15 already. And we're going to try and get... I've got my headphones in, but it's making no sound this game. We're going to try and get somewhere in this game. We are nearly there. I'll put the big chat on for a second. When I get back, you may even see some action in this game. It's been over an hour. I did not put enough milk in this tea. But we're going to have to manage. Has it been over half an hour of shopping? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure some of these games gave you like a pre-made party. I really should have just pre-made them before the stream, but I didn't know it was going to take this long. But I do remember it's a big part of the setup. Oh, I'm having real trouble putting my headphones in. A break of 121, beating my previous of 120 in the same match. It's just like, snooker is really hard. So how you got 121, I don't know. It's a good innings, that, though. Getting good at this game now. Yep. Saving the hole like Resident Evil. Yep. And what game's that? Is it Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker? Yeah, is it Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker? Great snooker game. That wasn't the first opponent. Harry Potter. Don't remember. It's a modern one. It's just called Snooker 19. Yeah, weird. I couldn't put 2 in a row on Jimmy White's Rock Hard. Not heard of Snooker 19. There you go. Right, what else can we do? Armory. We did Armory, didn't we? Wait a minute. We've got whole Commandant Armory. Do we want to go to the inn? I don't think so. We can go to the inn. There's a vault, a temple, a bar. There's an inn and a bar. What's in the bar? What's your pleasure? Relax. Oh yeah, look, you hear this is the Tavern Tales. They're in the book. These are the copy protection. Tavern Tale 40. The road back to Solace is filled with refugees of Krynn, wretched individuals and families. Carry what possessions on their backs and small pushcarts and wheelbarrows. They all scan the sky of fear, waiting for the horrific sight of dragons flying into the sun to breathe death onto the miserable line of humanity. The second flight of dragons has devastated Krynn. Sanction is smouldering. Is a smouldering lake of lava. Gargath a pile of mountain stone. Nerika has been blasted into oblivion. Only Jellic and Kernan survive. In this part of the continent, they have become enclaves of evil. Jellic has become Slauben's base of operations, where he continues his experiments with the undead. Hey, we're going to get the undead. Why have you retracted your message? Is it about your break? Oh, switch game back to the big screen. Okay. Okay, you're right. That's a good thing. Switch. He continues experiments with the undead. Kernan has been taken over by Matani and his horde of newly created Draconians. Okay. So, going to the inn has given us information. Go to the bar, get smashed, forget about the quest it's all about. You can do that. You can get smashed, I think. You can have a drink. Look. What will you drink? Beer, ale, wine, mead, whiskey. You hit Tavern 1223 because you drank some whiskey. God, you can be in just in the tavern all day. Tavern Tale 23. 23? Yeah. Oh, 23 is a map. 23 is a map. How can you hear a map? They've given me a map to the keep. Anyway, they gave me a map. And the idea is you're supposed to write that down and kind of like work it out somewhere. There's a little map to something there that it's shown me. So that might be coming up somewhere in the game. There you go. That's what you get for having a whiskey. What's your pleasure? Leave. Where do you want to go? So the inn is where you rest. And let's just leave. I think we're going to get attacked though. So we don't want to enter the outpost. And we want to move. And we want to move this way. Can we move up here? This is where we're going to get attacked. He said go to throttle. Oh, one. There we go. So this is like, I think this is a preset like attack. But you can get random encounters as well. See, look at this. So basically, Draconians have killed all the men. They're all dead. And now they're going to murder this woman and her baby. And they're stealing the jewels that this woman obviously was keeping. She was going to give those to the baby. And she's going to kill them. So this is just like a preset attack, I think. Like, you've just got to do this. So this is where we've got to remember how to play the combat. And I don't remember, it's been 30 years. So these are my dudes. Now this is the bit that's totally better than Eye of the Beholder, because Eye of the Beholder's combat is awful. It's just clicking buttons and hoping something happens. This is different because there's an actual battlefield where you move about. You can reorder your people about. Look at these characters. And you can block behind things and guard and, you know, do stuff. And actually, it's turn-based as well. So the game's not playing unless you do something. But I can't remember how to play it. So Turrican, I can't remember what my characters are. Turrican 2's holding a mace. It looks loads better. It doesn't look better. It looks really basic, and the sound effects are basic. It doesn't look better, but it's a better game, which is the important part. Like this, I think Eye of the Beholder it did always look nicer than these games. I remember when it came out, thinking this game looks way better than the ones I'm playing, but it didn't appeal to me because of the whole like non-turn-based thing. But it's also just a giant maze. This one's actually got quite good combat in it. But I don't remember how to play. I think if you want to look around, you've probably got to do aim, manual. There we go. So you can look around the battlefield and see where your enemies are, because you can be quite a distance away. Where the hell are they? There they are. So these are the dudes that we're fighting. And you can see what they are. Baz, B-A-A-Z. Got 9 hit points and armor class 4. So you can actually choose. So they're actually quite a distance away as well. So you could either go and attack them, or you can, you know, wait where you are. So this guy, so you can kind of like, I think what I used to do is like move them about. You can kind of move here, and then you can say done. I think you can guard. So you say, okay, I've ended my move there, and you can delay your move, or you can guard. And if you guard, if someone comes up to you, that means you get a free attack on them. So he's guarding now, yeah, and that means anybody goes near him, he'll attack them, which is quite good. So I think Gary Barlow, I don't know who's who here. Gary Barlow is the magic user. So he can just like, he can just stay there, I think. And he can't guard because he's got no weapon. He can delay his move. Peter Molyneux, I don't know what he is. He's probably in a pretty good position. So he can just guard as well. And whoever gets the surprise on the other person in that battle is the person who gets to go first as well. So if you try and talk to somebody and that talk fails, you might, or like you lose the advantage, and then they get to attack first. Depu 2's the fighter, so he can I don't know, he can just move up there. And he's going to guard. And Dudley Moore. Dudley Moore's the dude. So I'm actually just... I'm delaying. There you go. They're moving, but I can't see them. I don't know why it's not showing them to me when they move. Rat Pouch. Rat Pouch is also a magic user, isn't he? He can guard. Yeah, so I'm letting them come to me, but I'm guarding. Oh, here we go. So he got a free attack on the dude then. He got a free... Oh, I didn't memorize any spells. Whoops. So I've got these magic users and they can't do anything because I forgot to memorize the spells, didn't I? Whoops. This is a bad move. This is a totally bad move. So where did they go, the people? So they're all moving towards me, and I've got all my magic users are completely useless. Okay, so this could just be bad. Oh, and he took a couple of hits. Oh, there you go. I missed. I think you have to quit. How do I don't know how to end my move. Done. Delay. It's absolutely rubbish. Right, and these guys are just totally... Oh, they're totally useless because they've got no spells. Oh, that's a big mistake. Big mistake. But yeah, I quite like the combat in this. It's quite good. So I could actually just move up there and try to start killing him. Should we do that? And how do you attack? You just go aim. Whoops. Oh, what has just happened? I think I just pressed something, a key that's... Okay, there we go. Target. He missed. He's useless. Oh, why is it aiming at my own guys? That's pretty useless, isn't it? Peter Molyneux. He can guard. Oh, my guys are going to get murdered here. Everyone's missing. Nobody can hit the side of a bus. Oh no, there's people behind me as well. Which is pretty bad. Because... I can't even exit this... I can't even target this guy. Oh, he's got darts. How do I throw the darts at him? I don't know how to target this guy. I don't know what I'm doing. I think... Not with that weapon, he says. I don't know what to do. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Not with that. Oh, he's got a short bow. Oh my word. Let's equip the longsword. Everyone's missing. Everyone is completely useless. Oh, I wish I'd memorized spells. That's a big mistake. Right, we're getting better at this though. If anybody could hit anybody, that'd be great. Oh, I hit somebody. But I can't hit this guy. I think I can throw... Oh, that guy's got darts, but I don't know how to throw them. I think that just ended it. He's just ending his moves. He can't do anything. Ooh. People are dying. Hey, I got somebody! Finally. But this guy is going to get... Gary Barlow's got 11 hit points and he's going to die. He's going to die. He needs to be saved. Save me, Gary Barlow. Let's move them out of the way. Oh, you can go next to those trees. I didn't realise that. So you can just push into people to attack them. Look, I got another one. Peter Molyneux for the win. This guy can't do anything though. Darts is a ranged weapon. You can't use them to attack enemies right next to you. I can't use them to attack enemies that aren't next to me though. That's the problem. I think is it because there is, like if I do aim and I do manual here, he can't attack him either. So I don't really know. I don't know what's going on there. Can delay his move, but it's kind of useless. He's already been delayed. So you need to keep space for the other people. So like if you surround somebody and there's no more space, you can't attack them anymore. Missed. So I'm getting better at the combat, but not much better. Peter Molyneux misses. He missed. He's useless because he didn't memorize any spells. He would have been really useful if I'd have remembered to remember the spells. Oh, because there is an enemy next to me. Yeah, is that right? If you've got an enemy next to you, you can't use the ranged weapon even at somebody else who isn't next to you. I thought you could. I thought you could, but I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We'd have to check the manual. Right. Okay. He's just getting a lot of moves because he's like... Everyone's missing. Oh, somebody had 1 hit point there. See, this is the bit where... Really, I should be... Is Rat Pouch the... He's the mage, so... There's not a lot I can do. Somebody's going to die here. It's Gary Barlow. He's in trouble. Because he's useless. I'm a fighter, so I can't help him. He's missed. Turrican 2 is the mage, but he's got no spells because I forgot to memorize them. Oh, I've got rid of that guy at least. Right. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Oh, attack ally, no. Boom. Is that it? Do you just have to end your... Continue the battle? No. You can continue the battle because there might be things you want to do there. There you go. I won. That was a big mistake going into battle without memorizing any spells. Big mistake. That would have been a lot easier. I have to play the world number 3 next. Big test. Well, you need to get some practice in. Get yourself some practice. Right, got 108 experience points though. So this is the bit that at the end, look, treasure. Treasure. Oh, that's viewing the characters. So you can take stuff. Oh, you see. It was 20 steel. How much steel will you take? 20. Thanks. That's it. There was just 20 steel. Gary Barlow nearly died. Gary Barlow, what was wrong with you? Caravan lies in the ways before you. The air is filled with the sounds of wailing women and children. All the letters are all scrunched together, aren't they? It's quite hard to read. All of the Draconians are slain, save one, who rips a book from a dead man's hands. He turns to you and merely laughs. Then he takes a step and disappears. Who's this dude? This has got more story in the first part of the game, though, than Eye of the Beholder. I forgot to say that. Look at that dude. He looks nasty. He looks a little bit nasty. Gary Barlow's got the quite bad armor class. Is that why he was getting murdered? I do need to rearrange this party. One of the surviving women comes up. Brave warriors, will you help us reach the outpost? All our menfolk have died. Do you want to help? Yes. Thank you for your help. Oh, okay. Ah, right, back at the outpost, which is where I want to be, because a big mistake that I forgot to memorize any spells. How do I even do that? I just don't know how to do it. To the pub. Yep. Let's go to the pub. Well, let's just save the game first before I do anything stupid, because I might just make a mess of this. Is it in the hall? Let's save the current game. So let's put it in B. B. Got to remember what I'm up to. And this bit's weird. This must be what's screwing WHD load. So train, I can't, it's not here, is it? Train character, change night classes. Where do you wish to go? I want to go to the inn. There's a place for you. Okay, the inn. Okay, here we go. So I've made camp. So just making camp can do it. Right, magic. Memorize. What? Oh, we can't cast spells. Rat pouch. Right. Here we go. This is the bit I didn't do. Magic missile. And let's have sleep. Bonus spells. Can I do magic missile? Oh yeah. 2 magic missiles and 2 sleeps. I don't think sleep works on the Draconians though. Oh, look at that. And Peter Molyneux. Oh, cleric spells 4. Here we go. We're just going to have cure light wounds, cure light wounds, cure light wounds, and a bless. Nice. Nice. Gary Barlow. Maybe I should have had some more things there, but whatever. Dudley Moore. And Turrican 2. Wow. You can do 3 clerical spells and 3 special spells. Bless, that's a good one. Cure light wounds. And protection from evil. That might be useful. Oh no, I can't have that. Can't have that. Oh, they're the special spells. Remove curse and charm person. Okay. To the pub. Well, this is kind of the pub. Right, this is what we should have done before. This is what we should have done. And now I'm going to rest. Oh, you have to pick your time. I think it's allotted that time from how long it takes to memorize or how long it takes to heal everyone. Or does it not automatically... Doesn't automatically heal anyone anyway. Do I have to manually heal people? Let's just try resting for a day. I don't think that does anything. No, you really do. You really do have to cast the Cure Light Wounds. Oh my word. I thought resting just healed everyone. I didn't think you had to do it like this. Oops. Who's the other... I wasn't sure that this is how you healed your party. Unless I'm wrong. It seems really strange. And I can't remember who's who in my party. Which is the... Dudley Moore can't memorize spells. It just said the whole party is healed, but they're not. How does the resting work in this game? I thought if you rested, like it was like in Eye of the Beholder, where you just get experience points back. But it doesn't seem to be doing that. It's weird. I'm having to consult the manual. Building a successful party. Okay, we've done that. Combat. Okay, got backstabbing. Running away. Magic. Creatures. Doesn't really mention like how you heal people properly. I didn't think this is how you did it. But actually it looks like well, there you go, fully healed everyone. Just didn't do it with... You have to pick your spells all over again every time you want to... Every time you want to do this. It just seems a bit clunky, but I was sure that some of these games were clunky. But then when they fixed them later on... Whoops. I can't remember who's who. He didn't cast any. Okay. Rest. See, that's a pretty complicated resting process. He's warming his arm. Did he injure it on a scooter? Yeah. He's like, oh, gotta get some heat into this arm. There's something wrong with it. He might have done. I don't know if scooters were in AD&E. Could be. It's Advanced Scooters and Dragons. The referees just threatened to boot someone out for texting. Oh, this is quite a texting in a snooker game. Oh my word. Right. Oh, fix. Is that it? Fix. Ah, I think that's it. Is fix where you just say rest for the amount, like, it basically just does all that what I just did manually. It does that for you. I think that's what I've just missed. I've just done a load of manual stuff. And I think fix, that's what they added. Because it was really tedious in the first games where you had to go through and do that. And they just did, like, let's just do a button that manually does what people are already doing. Like casts all the spells that you need to do. Exit to workbench? No. Right. Magic, rest, alter. Yeah, fix, but there's nothing to fix. Right, okay. That's good to know. I am camping. Right, well, I'm just back at the start. I'm back at the start. And... let's not go to the temple or the pub. Let's just leave. Oh, in the vault, you can put stuff in the vault. That's another thing. Leaving. Right, we're back where we started. We're going to go. We're not entering the outpost. I assume we took those women back. Oh, yeah, look, and the moon phases have changed. So that's going to affect your magic users. Although you didn't see them cast any spells yet. And they haven't got any good spells. See, already, I know this. I don't know if this is a more like better game to stream, but this is definitely a better game than Eye of the Beholder. It's already more engaging. And there we go. We're going to get to throttle. This might be where we've got to end it. It's nearly midnight. But we basically got the game started. I'm going to enter throttle. And, oh my god. Throttle's off limits to you. Leave and no one gets hurt. Oh, this is some dude. Shall we do one more battle? Attack! I don't know who you are, mate, but I'm not having that. I'm not having it. So wherever we were, that... Oh my word! Right, wherever we were, the whole battlefield is laid out like the environment that we were just in. How many of these dudes are there? A lot of dudes. So that, yeah, like these walls are laid out in the exact way we just saw them when we were walking about. He can't really go anywhere. Right, Dave Poo 2, let's... Oh, they're hobgoblins. Right, Gary Barlow can now cast because I actually remembered to do a spell. So let's see if we can do that. So let's cast sleep. This might actually come in useful. Right, this is the bit where you've got to know your spells as well, because the sleep spell will have a certain like radius or something. So if you don't know what it is, you might put your own people to sleep. I think it does it in a... Whoops, I just... Oh, is that... Oh no. I did just put my own person to sleep, which is what I just said not to do. I just put my own guy to sleep. That is ridiculous. After just saying don't do that, I accidentally pressed the enter key because it's right next to the cursor up key. I wasn't supposed to do that. But it turns out the sleep is like... Was that like a square shape round there? That's not good. What I just did there, not good. So at least if I can... Oh, they're dying pretty easy, but I've just put my own dude to sleep. Which is just really bad. It's a really bad idea. Okay, well, I think my dude who's asleep is actually going to be alright, maybe. I don't know. I can't wake him up. I just put my own... Why can't this guy do anything? Did he not... Did he not learn some spells? Why can't I cast? Oh, has he been hit recently so he can't... He got hit so he can't cast. Oh my word. OMG. Uh-oh, Peter Molyneux's getting done in. Oh yeah, and this is the other thing. So when you're casting spells, some spells take quite a while to cast. So you have to do them over a certain number of moves. And you get hit during the cast, you can't cast the spell anymore. My guy is down. I just did a bless spell. I can bless my own dude. Oh! Did I just bless everyone? My teammate's dying. How do I... Can't I bandage him? I think you can bandage somehow. But I don't know how to do it. This might be a battle that I've got to have to do again, because I might have just like completely messed up because I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just try and cast a magic missile spell on one of these guys up here. Is asleep. It's not him. He's dead. And I can't bandage that guy. Magic missile. He's not dead. Yeah, I think my guy's going to die, and I'm not going to be able to change that. Casting Cure Light Wounds. Oh, and that's good I did that, because he's about to die now. Whoa, we give him a big whack and he's not going down. Oh, so these dudes have only got like a few hit points, but these have got a load. These guys have got an absolute ton. So that's a problem. It's funny that you can't see what the other dudes are doing. Oh no. This has all gone completely wrong. What? I just targeted myself with a magic missile. Oh my god. I think I've done some really bad things here. I've put my own guy to sleep and targeted myself with a magic missile. I might end up losing this battle because I don't know what I'm doing. That's the problem. Right, what did I do? I did... I just did it again. Oh, I did target. I just did it again. Oh my god. Right. Let's try and not... I meant target me and I thought I was going to target, but it's manual, then target. And I just healed the other guy because I pressed the enter key. It's a total disaster. I think my entire party is going to die here. But hey, it's only my second battle. Let's try this again. Cast. Cure Light Wounds. Now, in this case, I might want to target myself. Oh, is it pick the guy with the... This guy wants to cast... Well, let's cast Sleep again. I've got to accidentally stop pressing Enter. See, that's what I should have done before. I put all these people to sleep. That can be quite helpful. Oh, fully healed. Right. Yeah, I've got to stop pressing the wrong button. Oh, there it is. Bandage. That's what I needed. It's on the delay. Teammate's dying. So I have to do bandage. I bandaged Peter Molyneux. Let's cast sleep. I think it's doing like an X shape or something. Oh, he's already asleep. He's already asleep. He's already asleep. I think that's what I want to do. I've just put my own dude to sleep. This is just like really bad. So everyone on the battlefield is just asleep at this point. And these guys are not. These guys aren't. Dudley Moore. Oop. Is everybody getting the combat now? No. Oh, you can say auto and they'll move for you as well. It's done. Quit. That's what I want. I might even make it through this battle if things don't go too badly. Right, he's helpless and he's helpless, so they won't attack me if I move away. That's what I want to do. And they can't attack because they're behind. Right, done. Quit. Done. Guard. Right, who's going to actually move? This guy. Oh my word. I've got two of my guys are down. One of them's asleep. It's ridiculous. And I don't know. Can I throw darts? He can't. Oh, he can't throw them very far. That's why. Well, whoops. Right, darts. The helpless. Oops. Darts. The darts are going to be quite useful against people who are helpless because they will just take one hit and die. Boop. One cruel blow, it said. Right, I should have brought more darts. That's what I know. You play like a guy with a broken elbow. Oh wait, yep. Well, my problem is that the up cursor is right next to the enter key. This is an A600 thing, and I keep pressing up cursor and accidentally pressing enter. That's quite annoying. I've got to stop doing that. And I'm doing it with my non-broken hand, so it's fine. The real-time chat in Twitch is way too fast for me. Well, there you go. Twitch, hey, it's magic. Someone calling Time the Sorcerer. I think he'll do better than Gary Barlow. Could it be Magic Gary? I think, considering I completely botched this up at the start, I am actually almost saving this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to completely save it, but I'm giving it a good go. Oh, except that guy's down and dying because he was asleep because I accidentally put him to sleep. But I have to bandage him. You see this bandage thing? If your teammate's down, if you don't bandage them, they gon' die. So you need to bandage people. He's got one more sleep spell. Let's try and do it without killing my dudes. I think there's where I want to do it. There you go. Put him to sleep. And this guy should be able to... He can't throw the darts very far. One cruel blow. Right. Oh, this is all happening. Oh my god, my entire party is just nearly dead though. That shouldn't have been that hard. But it was. What a mess. And I think it says each character receives that experience, but I don't know if they receive it if they're down at the end of the battle. Tell Gary to try a little patience. Oh yes. Right. Oh my word, look at all this. Look at all this stuff. So, I don't know if broadswords are better than what I've got. Let's get a couple of them. And a shield. I think I might be missing one shield. And... I think that's all I need. There's still treasure. Do you want to go back and claim your treasure? No. Right, what I do want to do though is, how do I turn around? I can do that. I think I want to get out. Can I camp here? Because, right, I think this is where I want to do fix. Right, fix. Is that going to do it? What does fix do? I don't get it. What? It's just not telling me to do anything. Fix. No. Fix. Fix. What the... I thought that's what that did. Fix. I thought that's going to fix my dead people. What's the deal? It's got all the spells. It's got all the journal entries. It says creatures, Tamatale, spells, charts, weapon list. It doesn't say how you actually... I don't think you've got to go through and heal everyone like I'm doing. But I might be wrong, because I've not played this game for like 30 years. Why these guys? Why should I pick those guys? And it just goes straight into combat, but it doesn't say how to... I suppose this might be the wrong manual. Maybe it's not. Mouse movement, saving games. No. Oh, just say getting started quickly. Use the pre-generated parties of characters saved as save game A on disc 3. Weird. So you just loaded save game A, did you? And you would get a party. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to quickly who can cast? Cast. No. I don't understand what's going on here. So fix is doing nothing. And can I rest for a day? It's not, resting isn't doing anything. Oh, it says the whole party is healed. Okay, so that did do something. Oh, Fix is doing it now, but all my clerics were dead. Okay. Uh-oh, but now I've been attacked again. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've got somebody with 1 hit point. Right, we're going to have to quit there because this isn't... This is just like... This is just stupid. I need to rearrange this party as well, because putting these people at the front who are going to get murdered is not a good idea. But I'm just resting for too long. Right, I can't do anything because he didn't rememorize his spells. Oh, are they going to murder me? He's missed a hobgoblin. Just ridiculous. I haven't even gone anywhere and I'm back in battle. Somebody here is going to get murdered again. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got 1 hit point, so he needs to get right out of the way. Can I... I'm sure it's giving me my move back sometimes when I didn't want it. I think you can start getting 2 attacks and stuff as well later on. That guy can't hit anything. Peter Molyneux is also going to die now. Because he can't hit anything. Doop. Missed. Oh my god, these people can't hit anything. If you guard as well, I don't think they can move away from you either. Nobody's hitting anyone. Except this Dudley Moore. Oh no, he can't hit anyone either. Everyone just misses all the time. Oh my word. Finally hit somebody. And this guy can't even attack because he's just unarmed. Oh, he can. He can just attack with his fists, but he's useless. Oh, this guy can... Peter Molyneux can cast. Is he a cleric? He is a cleric. He can heal himself. Oh, I just healed myself, Peter Molyneux, and then managed to save it. Nobody's able to hit anything. Useless. They're absolutely useless. My entire party is ridiculous. There we go. Uh-oh. Peter Molyneux's dying. At least he can bandage. There you go. Peter Molyneux was a cleric as well. I should have done something. Good lord, people. You could do it. Oh, it's really hurts putting my arm there. He can't attack there. Has that guy actually hit anyone yet? My guys are useless. Again, he missed. Finally. And when he hits them, he like massacres them. He absolutely massacres them. Right, you're going to get absolutely done in now. At least I think you are. There we go. Hit him. I'm still working out the camping process. So it's quite hard. Continue battle. We won. 37 experience points. That wasn't supposed to be a hard battle. That was not supposed to be hard. And it's all just rubbish. Don't want it. Right, still treasure left. Do you want to go back? No. Right. In camp. How do we do this? Fix. So have they just cast as many spells as they could? How did that work? Yeah, fixing. That was happening. Fixing was the thing. Oh yeah, fixing. Look, I've fixed people. So I've got to re-memorize spells. This is a bit weird, having to This is a bit weird. Wow, okay. Sleep's quite a useful spell right now. So it's telling me to rest for the amount of time that I need to get these spells. Let's get the hell out of here and try and save the game. Or can I save the game here? I can. Right, we're back and everyone's not dead. And I just about saved that after a disastrous start to the combat. An absolute disastrous start. Exit to workbench. Let's say yes, because I think I'm going to finish there. So that's been hard work because I couldn't remember how to play the game. Let's just check that my game still loads. And my game is now sitting on an A600. Like, I think this should still work. Let's just check. I like the way you can actually exit to workbench on this game, unlike all the others that break. But that might be because it's workbench 2. Might be because it's workbench 2. Maybe I've got... Right. Nearly there. Just going to check this game loads. Oh my god, I've got to do word 9, page 26. Word 9, journal entry 2. God, word 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's Carl with a K. Right, let's load the save game from B. Let's just check everything still works. Because I don't trust it. Hey, it works. It totally works. Oh, you can look. How do I quit? Exit. I'm still a bit confused about the fix thing, but I knew that's what it's supposed to do. Do you have to save to quit? Will this save game be back for good? Possibly. Yep, it will be back for good. We might as well get the... unless I've got Hippo Player on here. Great to see the love for retro games on real hardware. Yep, really struggling on real hardware. But I do like this game. It may not be the best game to watch on a stream for you guys. And you'd have to tell me if that's the case. I am enjoying it, though. It's way better than Eye of the Beholder. And it does get really good. Like I said, the combat's good. I'm not sure if it's that much fun to watch. So that might be the problem with this game. So we might not continue with this on stream. It depends what people think. Would you like to see other games, or would you like to see this one? Because I like the game, but you may not be enjoying it. I know the feeling. Working on restoring Windows 98 Pentium 3. Really? Yeah, I mean, even stuff that old is just hard to work with as well now. Even like Pentium stuff and older stuff, it can be, and it can even be sometimes a bit harder because you get these old PC stuff, and it's like you get like a motherboard, and it's just a generic motherboard with whatever, and it's got all settings, and you don't know what they are, and there's a BIOS, and you don't know how it works, and it can be harder because the stuff's so generic, and so there's so much of it because of all the clones. Sometimes you just can't tell what you're doing. Play what you want. Well, I like it. I'm just wondering if people would like to see other things. Maybe they'd like to see other things. But I'm enjoying it. But I do get the concept that some games can be fun but don't look very good on stream, or they're not very entertaining to watch, but they can be entertaining. And other games, you know, can be the opposite. I'm firefighting a TF-1230 accelerator for my A1200, questioning my sanity. Yep. Yep, and you're trying to like mod an old computer as well, aren't you there? So that's another problem. I think I've got Hippo Player on here, but I don't know how many mods I've got. Hey, Hippo Player. I've only got 2 meg RAM on this baby. This stream exposes me to games I've never heard or seen before, so I like the variety. Yeah, and this game is one I never played on the Amiga. I played it on the C64, but they were basically the same game, just the graphics are slightly more colourful. You can see that they're quite basic games. They don't have much sound, there's no music. It's just about going around, discovering things, and trying to find out what to do and making sure. There's a lot of strategy to this game, and I could see that the strategy isn't that exciting to watch because it's just me thinking about where am I going to put characters and what am I going to do and stuff. But certainly it's better than being just lost in Eye of the Beholder. I do have some stuff on here. Look at all this. I do have some stuff. Let's just add all this stuff. Oh, look, can of fodder. And gods. Let's just add all these and see what we get. See if Hippo explodes. It should work on the 600. I can see the little hard dislike going away. So it's a lot slower than the 1200 this. Whey! It's totally a lot slower, but that's because no fast RAM, CPU's half the speed as the 1200, and the 1200 CPU has also got a CPU cache, which is making it more than twice as fast as this CPU. So that's the thing. Hey, but look at this, the 600. Yeah, it takes so much longer for all this stuff to come up. But yeah, we'll try again next week. But I'm enjoying that. That's, I mean, it's going to be a big game, this, I think. It's going to be a really big game. Maybe we could alternate between other games, so you could, people who, like, not into it can just, like, every other week. Something like that. But I like it. I'll have to find out how to back up the save game, because I think it's just in that save folder, isn't it? Replace the hard disk drive for 120 gigabyte SSD. Oh, really? You did that in a 98 Pentium 3. You put an SSD in it. It's still retro, but just faster and less likely to die. Well, I mean, to be honest, There is basically an SSD in this, you know, because it's got a SD memory card for the hard drive. So I've kind of done the same thing in here. Cheating. This is not a real hard drive in here, but it is plugged into the IDE slot that runs in the IDE space. So kind of I've done that as well. Kind of doing that too. I do miss the whir of the hard disk, but they're just a bit inconvenient to use nowadays. And it essentially works the same way as it did. It's just not as noisy. I'm still bummed my ZX Spectrum diskettes kind of died, and I did have them backed up raw, but no way I'm restoring them. Okay. Well, that's what you get. Gotta love modular audio tracks. Was a big fan of Arix S3M. All right. That's that. You can probably play those on here, can you? I'm not sure. Doing the same for my MS-DOS machine. It has a compact flash card as a HDD now, but with an SD card in. Yep, I think everybody's doing that. Most people are doing that, I would say. There was even a compact flash card in the PCMCA slot on that 1200. But yeah, the hard drive is the one thing that, because this was my A600 back in the day, and I had a hard disk. It was the first computer I ever had a hard disk in, and I opened it up and the hard disk wasn't there. So it's possible I had two A600s back in the day, and I sold one, and this is the one I kept that didn't have a hard disk in. But I remember opening up, there's a video of me opening up going, I'm going to look at my old hard drive, and there's nothing in it. It wasn't there. DOS Gamer is Dutch. What? Oh, DOS is Dutch. Absolutely. Right, I get you. Sorry. I thought you were saying DOS Gamer, but you're saying DOS Gamer, which is the name. I get it. Play Theme Park. Theme Park! Was that on the Amiga? I'm not sure. Did that start on the Amiga, Theme Park? I'm not sure, actually. Love Theme Park. Taught me that salt and chips is there to get me into buy a drink. You're right. Or Super Frog. That was an Amiga game. Was Theme Park an Amiga game? I thought it might have been. Was it one of those ones that the first version of it was on the Amiga? I didn't know FIFA was an Amiga game. You showed me FIFA. Was it FIFA something? That was an Amiga game? The original one, maybe? I'm guessing that I'm the only person who still uses old hard drives in old PCs, just for the sound and atmosphere. I do like the sound, and I remember it's so funny because I said this before about the clicking, the whirring sound, like the high pitched whirring that it made, like it was spinning fast, and that clicking sound of the head moving fast was a very modern sound back then. It doesn't sound modern now; it sounds dated, but back then it was like hard. You know, floppy drives are like clunky and big and noisy. And the hard drive was a much higher pitched sound, like it was faster and moving faster and it was bigger. And it sounded like a modern sound. It sounded like your computer was fancier if it had that noise. But now it doesn't sound fancier. It sounds worse because you're thinking, oh, shouldn't it be solid state? Theme Park is on the Amiga, yeah. I had it for the Amiga. There you go. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. FIFA International Soccer. Is that the one that was? Is that the one that was also on the Amiga? My Pentium 3 PSU makes enough sound. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they totally do. Especially as the fan gets old, and it just sucks all that crud into the power supply. I've got a PSU downstairs that is going to be recycled, and that says Pentium 4 on the side. That's how old that is. Make the duck shoot £1,200 per play, but make it 90% chance of winning and a £200 prize. Everyone plays, always wins, and gives you all their cash. Is this everyone's having fun with the all the things they managed to do in Theme Park? I think Theme Park was A1200 only, wasn't it? I don't know. Or 4D Sports Driving, also known as Stunts on the PC. Play okay on the 1200, right? A1200 only for Amiga anyway. There you go. Had it on my A600, there you go. Right, this is the bit where Oh, I can't. What? Why can't I have that? Wow, it's so slow. Let's get rid of these windows. I want to see if I can back up that save game while these mods are playing, which I should be able to do. Let's get rid of... This is so much slower than the 1200. Can you collapse that? You can put it in the background. Do. It's the God's music. I probably should copy this from Workbench or something. So, I think all the save stuff is in there. So there was a pre-made party, I just didn't know how to load it. There's a lot of files. That is a lot of files. So what's the easiest way to make a copy of a folder in Workbench? Can you just drag it back into here? Will that copy it or move it? If I drag that into that window, does it copy it or move it? Does anybody know? Oh, you can't really see it. If I drag this into here, is that a copy or a move? Yeah, I've already switched the display. I can't remember if that's copy or move. Well, can you copy? You can't copy and paste, can you, in here? Doesn't have that concept, does it? Now you can do it in shell as copy. That is a copy. I'm trusting you. It moved it. Is that in Workbench 3? That totally moved it. That did not copy. How do you do a copy? Is it window? It might be different on Workbench too. There is a rule for it, but I don't know what it is. What do you use to capture footage audio from your Amiga? Just an RF converter to HDMI? No, it's an OSSC, open source scan converter, and probably actually quite useful for your Pentium 3 PC as well, because it accepts VGA. It's basically it can convert analog RGB video quite nicely into HDMI with very little lag, and it's got RGB as well, because RGB is analog RGB. Sorry, it's got VGA, because VGA is analog RGB, so it could accept your Pentium 3 computer, and it could probably do a reasonable job on that. Let's go skip that one and that one. Oh, Creatures title. We've got different tunes on here. Played this on the Commodore 64, not on the Amiga though. I blew up an A2000 accelerator Apollo a couple of weeks ago. Still working on it. Switching all the chips, not working at this time. Oh dear. Oh dear. A lot more Goat says, had it on PlayStation, had a 3D mode where you could walk around your park. It was appalling. I still have an Amiga 500 on my attic with a huge plastic crate filled with diskettes, probably over 200, 300. Wow. Well, if it's an Amiga 500 Plus, you should take it out and take the battery out of it. But if it's a 500, you're fine, because they don't have batteries in them. It might have a battery in the trapdoor expansion, though, on the memory in the trapdoor expansion. So it might be worth taking that out if that's in there. So it might have a leaking battery. That is weird. It should copy the folder. Yeah, it's not doing it. Maybe because it's Workbench 2. And that games is the parent folder that Champions is in. Workbench copies when it's from the disk drive to another. If it's on the same disk, it moves it. Okay, so it's on the same disk. There we go. Can you maybe share me the device you're using? Might be interested in one. I think it's the 500. Yeah, so some of the 500s will have had in the trapdoor in the bottom. If you open that up, they've got a memory expansion in there, which might have a battery in it. So it might be worth taking that out. But the A500 Plus, which doesn't sound like what you've got, has a battery on the motherboard. Yeah, the capture device. It's I got it from Amazon. I'll show you the Amazon link. Quite expensive though. But I did a video. There's a video on my channel about OSSC, but I haven't tried VGA on it myself. I've never actually used the VGA input, but it does work. You'd have to check what kind of things it could. That is the one I've got. I think there's other versions of it as well because it's open source. So yeah, that's got a SCART input, which will accept Amiga because it's analog RGB. But it's also got a VGA input on the side, I believe. You'd have to check that. But there's definitely, yeah, there is a, yeah, VGA input on the side. So you should be able to plug all computers into that and scale them up nicely and get HDMI out from them. So your Pentium 3 might work well. The really good thing about it is it's really low latency. So I was using one of these cheapo Amazon converters and it's really hard to play some games on it. Because of the like 3 or 4 frames of lag you're getting on it. It's really quite bad. And the picture's not that great either. But the picture not being great is one thing, but the lag can be a real showstopper. But this thing's got like 0 lag. That's what's good about it. And the picture's as good as it's going to get. But I've not tried, I don't think I've got any VGA devices left anymore, so I haven't tried plugging any VGA in. But your mileage may vary, but it's supposed to be able to do it. The Elgato HD60 has 500 milliseconds of delay, half a second. Try Guitarra with that. Does it? Well, I mean, doesn't it just have a straight pass-through though? For when you're capturing. I mean, if you're watching something in OBS, that might be happening, but yeah, so what I'm doing here is the Amiga's going into this OSSC, which is converting it to HDMI, and then that's going into a capture box, but there's a pass-through on the capture box that I'm watching on my monitor. So I'm obviously seeing it even, obviously before you are anyway, but even the stuff on the screen, it's coming on my screen quicker than it comes up on the OBS screen. Right, so how do you do a copy then from Workbench? You don't even do it. How do you drag with the copy? I know you can do it with the shell. Oh, you got copy there. Icons copy. Icon. Oh. Okay, you're not going to let me do that. Oh, hello. There's copy, but you can't paste. I mean, this is before the days of copy and paste. It's weird. Let's Google it. Workbench copy folder. Oh, it's drawer, isn't it? It's just like you can't find stuff about this anymore. I know about the copy command. It's drawer, isn't it? I don't know how you do it. Copy allows you to duplicate disk draws programs. Oh yeah, there it is. Ah, of course. I remember doing this now. It's made a copy. And then I have to rename it. That's right. So copy didn't ask it to be copied. It just literally duplicated it at that point. I'll just call it Krynne save. We've got a backup of it anyway. What's the date today? It's the 18th. We've got a backup there. That's the way to do it anyway. You do copy, it'll duplicate it. And then I've got a duplicate of it there, just in case everything goes really, really wrong. And there's a good possibility that it'll go really, really wrong. people were probably screaming at the screen before. Were you? It has passed through without delay, but on the capture machine you won't be able to play directly from that input. You'll need extra screen TV. Yeah, that's the same with any of those captured boxes though. They just can't do it. And then you've got just OBS and the whole frame lag from that and everything. So yeah. Still have my 1080p LCD monitor, which has only VGA, which is weird. It should have at least DVR in it. It has even cutout, but it doesn't have a connector. I've got a 4.3 monitor that's also going to recycling. A 4.3 LCD monitor, and that's only got VGA, nothing else on it. But I don't even think it works anymore. And I'm not that interested in resurrecting it. It's got no stand as well. Moss6502 has retracted his message. It's summertime. I'm trying to move my arm to keep it moving. I've lost a load of mobility in this arm now since I broke it. But yeah, so maybe we'll flip-flop between games. Like, I mean, I've not got nowhere in Champions of Krynn today, but I think maybe we'll flip-flop. One week we'll do Champions of Krynn, then maybe we won't. I don't know. Or maybe we'll mix it up a bit. How did I break it? I fell off a scooter. It was my scooter. It wasn't a kid's scooter, and it wasn't an electric one. I fell off it. I broke my elbow. I'm still trying to get the mobility back in my mind. It was a week ago. I did it just before last week's live stream. But it's actually a lot better this week. But still not great. Ouch. Exactly. But it's weird because monitors, it's like from late 2000s. Every monitor should have DVI by then, I'm guessing, but maybe it's just really cheap monitor. Yeah, I think that's always the thing, isn't it? There's always somebody who's willing to cheap out a bit and not put certain things on. Or maybe they decided DVI wasn't a thing. I don't know. Because, yeah, because I suppose DVI is a bit weird, isn't it? Because that's one that's got digital and analog inputs in the same cable, hasn't it? So DVI is like the halfway house between VGA and HDMI. It can do just digital, or it could do just analog, or it could do both, like depending on if you put both lots of cables in there. I think that's right. But I doubt anyone would ever be just analog, because you could use VGA for that. So they probably didn't put it in because it's like, well, if you put DVI in, they've got to have a digital input, and they just didn't have it in the monitor. So the only reason to put it on would be to have just analog inside it, and then that would only work with anything that had VGA anyway. So you'd be like, what's the point in even having this? Probably, that's my suspicion. So yeah, DVI was a bit of a halfway house. Didn't carry sound either, did it? Unlike HDMI. We should have another round of Trivial Pursuit soon, yeah. Always fun to try and remember the answers to old questions. I've got the Amiga version, haven't I? So we could load the question bank on the Amiga version. Question bank C or something. But it's good to get the 600 out as well. It's good to get the good old little 600 out. Look the way the Amiga logo looks so tiny now. It's ridiculous. It's just so tiny. Let's get rid of... Summertime's going on a bit. Oh, it's about to finish anyway. Much love for the 600. Yeah, apart from these keys that keep falling off. How do we fix those? Somebody said they use PTFE tape on them or something. But they're not going in the plungers properly. But even then, DVI would be cheaper because you wouldn't need to have the analog to digital converter signal from analog to digital. Probably, but it probably wouldn't be cheaper if you wanted analog to digital and digital, I reckon. Because you've got to have both things in there. So it's probably cheaper that once you put the analog in, just leave it as analog. That's what I'm thinking. It's because it's two things instead of one. So just have digital or just have analog, but analog and digital is more expensive. That's my suspicion. 2 frames to 2 frames to 1 up against world number 3 Mark Williams. Well done. Well done. You're never going to beat Mark Williams, or you wouldn't think you would. What are the Lemmings doing over here? The Lemmings got sidetracked because the Amigas got swapped. Lemmings got a bit sidetracked there. It's been a long stream, this one as well, because I've been messing about building that party. I do so much prefer that game to Either Beholder, though. It's just much better thought out. The graphics are rubbish and the sound is rubbish, but it's just a much better game. It's just a much better game than Either Beholder, I think. It's not arcadey though. I mean, all we did was like go into a... What did we do? We went to the thing, we made the party, gave them some stuff, we walked 2 steps in the open world map, and then we got attacked. And now we're at throttle, and we've not done anything in the game, and it's been like 3 hours. But still fun. General Sir Marcus Williams. Anywho, that's why I have constantly noise on my computer because of that. Noise on my monitor because of that. Because of the analog. Because it's analog. Is that what you're saying? Why have you got noise? Hang on. Because you're using the analog. Yeah, you could get some very bad VGA cables that could look terrible. I had one. I bought a third-party one for the Xbox 360 once because that was just analog as well. And it looked terrible, and I thought, oh god, the Xbox 360 looks awful. And then I just bought the official one, or used the official one. I was like, oh no, it's just this cable is awful. It was too long or something. They look a lot bigger now after the A600 replaced the A1200. Yeah, this was just like normal. I really loved this computer back in the day, just how small it was and stuff. Got a big desk here, but back in the day I didn't have a desk this big, so it was nice to have a really super compact computer. You should try the Champions of Krynn Knights Using Neat expansion. Well, they did 2 follow-ups. They did Death Knights of Krynn and Dark Queen of Krynn. I never actually played Dark Queen of Krynn. That was the one I didn't play. Maybe the Amiga was dead to me at that point. Well, actually, I played these on the 64, so it wouldn't have been an Amiga problem. To be honest, these are all still, as somebody pointed out in the comments, the Champions of Krynn games and all that, you can still play them all now on the PC. They're on Steam. You can buy the whole set for like 30 quid or something, and you buy all these games. So that you don't even need a retro computer to play these games anymore. At least this particular set, anyway. Now, who was it who told me that? I don't know who told me that, but someone in the comments was like, "Oh yeah, you can just totally buy these on Steam." I was like, "What? You can do what?" Ah, they were also on GOG, yeah. But they've obviously just taken the PC versions and they're running them in DOSBox or something. So yeah, they're totally still playable on the PC right now in today's modern times. Which is impressive, to say the least. It's impressive. But we're playing them on the good old Amiga, and we could even play them on the Commodore 64. Commodore 64 version will be the same, but the graphics will be more brown and the loading times will be way longer. And there'll be more disk swapping. Because you haven't got a hard drive and you have to do it on 4 double-sided floppy disks. GOG has a page where you can just download the whole catalogue for free. Good lord. Good lord. I know, cable is probably old and not very good quality, but I didn't bother to buy a new cable, especially if I can get a 1080p monitor for 10 quid. Or something for a monitor with HDMI. Yeah. Actually, the reason I'm not doing any Commodore 64 streams at the moment is because I've got all set up for the Amiga and I've got this OSSC which only accepts RGB. That's the important part about this. RGB only. Commodore 64 is not RGB, so I don't have anything really good that can upscale it. I'd like a RetroTink or something that can upscale it quite well for the stream, but every time I go to buy one, they're out of stock. And that's why I haven't done any of those at the moment. What's all this stuff? This is what we had a summer stream and I downloaded everything with the word summer in. Oh god, this is loud. For C64 you're planning on using S-Video. I'd use whatever I could get working that looks good and it has a little lag on it. I think the RetroTink... Does the RetroTink just take composite, or does it take S-Video as well? Not that it's really S-Video in the Commodore 64, it's just its own version of S-Video. But whatever I could get working, yeah. It's like a Chroma Luma output, but it's not S-Video standard, is it? I'm going to skip this one because it's loud. I could have just turned it down. Oh, it's this! This one comes up on my YouTube playlist, I think. I think there's a YouTube playlist that's got this song in it somewhere. It was created before S-Video standard. Also, Atari 400 and 800 did that. Yeah, I think a lot of things are kind of like relaxed about that because of that loads of stuff was non-standard. But yeah, you're right. It's basically S-Video. But I think composite would probably look okay as long as something can convert it properly. I'd like to do some Commodore 64 streams. I'd like to play Ghouls and Ghosts on the Commodore 64 because although it was really hard and the collision detection was evil, it had amazing music and it was much better than the Amiga version. So. It was better. Do you want your big chat back now? Big chat. Right, we'll probably call it a night at 1 in the morning. Oof, it's been a long one. Does the OSSC can use S-Video through SCART? No, it's the OSSC is RGB only. That's all it does. It converts RGB analog to digital. That's all it does. So anything that's like composite or S-Video can't do it. There are things you can buy to plug into it, but they're just another converter that converts that into that. So it's just really big and hefty. But I think, yeah, you can get stuff that will convert it through. But they're just converting it's just another converter that's converting the S-Video into RGB and then feeding it into that. I think that's all it's doing anyway. But yeah, it's RGB all the way. So good for old, like, DOS-style computers. And, you know, DOS or early Windows. Probably all the way up to, like, Windows 2000 or something, because of, like, those kind of style of computers. Maybe Windows 98 stuff. And good for the Amiga, because it's got SCART. And somebody said, say you can plug VGA in. Who was it that said you can plug VGA in from the Amiga, which will work? And I thought, why aren't I doing that? And then I realised it's because the SCART sends the sound as well, so it's a bit more convenient. Plus, I've got a really heavily shielded SCART cable, which is nice. Thanks for another great stream. It has been fun. Good night, everyone. Yes, it has been fun. I'm going to listen to this song, and then we're going to call it. In fact, it's nearly over. I like this one. But yeah, next week we'll maybe do some more Champions of Krynn. Now we're actually in the game, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, it just ended very abruptly. But yeah, it's good to have the 600 all out again. Good old 600. Where's my backdrop? There we go. It's needs to have the backdrop. Probably. Kryntastic. Yeah, Champions of Krynge. Or we can mix it up and play a little bit of Krynnge and a little bit of some other games too. Or just generally mess about and talk about Amiga things. But yeah, that's been a good stream. So sorry that the party creation part is probably the most tedious part of these games, but you only do it once. You only do it once, and then you're off. So we're into the meat of the game now. So maybe next game we'll have a meaty go at Krynn, Champions of Krynge, and see where we're up to with all that great stuff. See if my test kit works. Does this floppy drive work? Oh yeah, look at that. Very good. Should test the memory. Is this thing all working? It's just, I don't know why I'm doing this. Just because I got the disc. This is the disc I put in the drive to shut the Amiga stupid tick of. I was going to call it tick of death, but the heartbeat. Yeah, it works. We knew it works. Right, that's it for the stream. I will catch you all next time. Hopefully my arm will be better and we can soldier on in Champions of Krynge. Right, catch you all next time.